Yes, people. Welcome back to the Ram stand. Welcome to Liverpool doing a fugazi again, man. Liverpool losing 2-1 to Brighton at the Amex. Another pitiful display. You know what? I think I want to start off with this, right? I want to start off with, obviously, I need to start off with the housekeeping as always. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. I only need about 80 odd subscribers left. So if there is anyone that hasn't subscribed to the channel and are looking for Liverpool content, hit the subscribe button. It's not hard. You don't need to pay money for it. Hit the subscribe button and we'll get to 1,000 subscribers, man. At least give me some form of joy in this really crappy moment for Liverpool, because right now it's an absolute struggle. Um, but yes, Liverpool lose again in the Premier League. What is it? Our second loss away from home in the last three games. What was it? Our records: two losses, one draw in our last three. You know what? I thought Wednesday would be the time where things change. The you know what, there'll be a bounce back. There'll be some form of uh quality. Things will be going back up to the levels that we expect. But it's Liverpool. What do you expect this season? They haven't been at it this season. Big up Hassan. Big up Hassan for you are a waffler. Thank you for that. Big up Waffler. You are a waffler. You're a waffler. You're a waffler. I waffler. Big up, bro. Appreciate SW Waffler. Big up Red Scout. Big up Waffler. Waffler. How many more wafflers? Yep, keep it going. Keep it going with a waffler. Big up Sam for the raid. Only one person would tell everyone to do waffle. Yes, the waffle stand. Yes. Keep it going. Keep it going. I know more people are coming. Big up Manuel. Big up your damn self, Manuel. Big up Cody. That's a new one. Appreciate it. Is there any more? Is there any more? Although I might keep up the DP because it is Monts. Big up Monts. But yes, Liverpool lose 2-1 in another pitiful display at Liverpool against Brighton over Albion. And like Fozzie said, 1,000 subscribers today. Guys, 80 of you. If only 80 people subscribe to this channel, I'll be on 1,000 subscribers. There's about 150 people, just over half of you. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. On the road to 1,000, we're nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. Like in that Harry Potter film. Yeah, nearly there, nearly there. I need you guys to hit the like button as much as possible, man. Let's get the likes up as much as possible, and also subscribe to the channel as well. Yes, Waffler. I'll keep doing it. Yes, Gail, Waffler, Sensation, Waffler, Gail again with the waffle. Yes. Asian Pops, yes, Waffler. Thank you for the waffle. Big up 10 Station for the subscription, bro. Big up Christ for the subscription. Big up AMG, man. Get the boy to 100 likes. Yes, people, get the likes up as much as possible. I appreciate every single one of you. It will be a very, very chill stream. And I do promise I will not be on the stupidity. Look, at some point, when you are miserable, you just need to make yourself laugh. And that was my job on Hassam's channel. I really couldn't care. I just wanted to laugh. Yes, the waffler. Thank you, Manuel, for joining in the waffle gang. Yes, appreciate it. You are not a waffler, just misunderstood. Big up, Ben. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But now, to be fair, this today, because I was so upset from the game, I really just wanted to make myself laugh. But let's get into the game. Obviously, coming back off a really good victory up against Galatasaray. I think a lot of Liverpool fans were expecting a sort of similar performance from what we saw on Wednesday. A lot of intensity, a lot of passion, a lot of drive, and a lot of impetus and intent when going forward. Big up, Dean. Thank you for calling me a waffler. Big up, Sam, as well. I appreciate that as well, brother. But we didn't get that today. We didn't get that at all today. It was probably one of the worst performances I've seen this season, and there have been a lot of performances that haven't been that good this season. And it says a lot when you've been consistently poor from start to finish this season, and you're having a game where you believe that this was the worst. It says a lot. It says a lot. The fact that our only chance that we created was through a Lewis Dunk miss header. To be fair, I'll give Milos Kerkez his credit. He did act like a striker, even though in a game where we had zero strikers, he was probably our best striker that game. He had his predatory instincts and ended up putting the ball in the back of the net. The 2 goals that we conceded, horrible defending, horrible. The fact that our centre backs couldn't win a header, there was no communication, no desire to close someone down. It was just a complete mess from start to finish defensively. No real physicality. When you have the likes of a 40-year-old Milner in that midfield, a 33-year-old Pascal Gross, who, let's be honest, those 2 players should not be bullying the likes of Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch and Jones when he came on. Shouldn't be doing it. Those players should be either retired or should be playing in like the lower levels of the German league or the Austrian league or anything like that. It's just one of those things. And to see that today, the pathetic display that we saw from start to finish, the fact that our best chance was from Curtis Jones cutting inside onto his weaker left foot, it says a lot, man. It says a lot. And I think we're at a point where Hassan was saying it today. Dean, I think, showed it. Lex was showing it as well. We don't care anymore. We've lost that fight as fans. We can't be screaming and shouting. And I'm at a point where I'm done ranting. I'm done being annoyed. I think last week the rant that I had was not mainly directed at the manager, it was mainly directed at the board. The fact that this guy is still there, and we drew to a very poor Tottenham team. But now I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered to put all that energy into cussing the manager, cussing the players, cussing the board, cussing the football. I'm just too tired of doing that. I'm too tired. And what is it going to do? What benefit is it going to do? The fact that the people are going to be hearing the same thing. I guarantee you, go back to last week's stream. It'll be the same thing. And you know what? I feel bad for the Liverpool supporters out there. I actually feel bad for a lot of the people that are watching the Liverpool content at this moment. It's the same thing they're going to hear every week. The management is poor. The players aren't showing any responsibility. We look so tactically inept. It's the same arguments week in, week out. And how many times do we have to keep going and saying the same thing and nothing changes? Absolutely nothing changes. Do you know what? I'm going to actually give the manager some credit. He kept the same structure. He played the diamond. Everyone that's been watching me this entire season knows that I've been calling for the diamond for about 5 or 6 months. And he ends up doing it. And you can't blame him for the fact that Ekitike was injured, because Ekitike is a freak injury. I think he was had a contusion with his thigh or something, and is probably going to be out for a little bit of time. So I understand. Why he made the decision, and I understand why it was a bit of a tough situation. But what you don't go and do, and we're talking the fundamentals of football, right? The fundamentals of footballing, tactical analysis. You're playing 2 up top. You're playing a diamond midfield. You've already kind of overloaded that midfield that packed the center of the park with 2 center midfielders, a cam and a DM. And you're relying a lot on your width from the fullbacks. So you need naturally pacey and high work rate fullbacks. And you got that with Kerkez and Frimpong. What you don't go and do is your forward comes off. So you put your center attacking midfielder up top and put your central midfielder in the center of the park. Why would you remove one forward and add another midfielder? What are we going to play like a dice 5 midfield? Have 2 cams, 1 center mid, 2 DMs? It makes 0 sense. It makes 0 sense. The fact that we had Chiesa on the bench, we had Rio on the bench. It makes no sense. These are the fundamentals of football. If you're playing a 2 up top, or if you're playing a diamond, you don't pack that midfield. You've already packed it. You've already made it so congested in that center of the park. You don't need to add any more midfielders. all you need is to stretch the play. So how do you stretch the play? You got strikers that could do that. You got your fullbacks that could do that. These are fundamentals of football. And me, I'm not even a manager. I'm not a manager. And how is it that I can identify all this stuff? Yet a guy who's paid £5 million a year doesn't know how to do this. Probably even more than that. Probably even more than that. How is he not being able to do that? But me, Ram, sitting at home in London, being able to understand the fundamentals of playing a certain way of football or playing a certain formation, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I feel like, talking on a rival perspective, I think obviously the trolling will continue to troll. The trolls will continue to troll because obviously it gives them a little bit of a dopamine effect, the sad people that they are. But they are at a point where, like, yo, tactically, he's just shown that he's not at the level. He's just showing he's not at the level, and it's crazy. It's crazy how he's still in the job, and you can't blame the manager for that. You can't blame the manager. The only person that you can blame is the board, the sporting director, and the management overall as a football club, the club managing structure. Richard Hughes needs blame, and Michael Edwards, Billy Hogan, everyone deserves a share of the blame. And it's come to a point where he's just outstayed his welcome for far too long, and something's got to change. Losing 2-1 to Brighton. Look, Brighton's a hard place to go to, like hard place to get 3 points. But to get embarrassed like that, unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. Big up Roz, big up Uncle Roz. If anyone hasn't already, subscribe to Uncle Roz, bro. Subscribe to Uncle Roz, man. Friend of the channel, man. Big up Uncle Roz. I hope you're doing well, my brother. I hope you're doing well. Mate, big up Manuel. Mate, I cannot be angry anymore. Far from it now, mate. To be honest, I am looking forward to seeing Xabi Alonso walking through the Anfield doors. You never walk alone. Yeah, bro. I'm at that point where something's got to change. Look, whether it be Alonso, Manuel, I will even take Steven Gerrard on an interim. I am that desperate, man. I'm seriously that desperate. And it shows how bad we've been this season, how poor and both the management, the players, everyone. It's just, I'm just lacking any form of motivation at this point. There's no motivation. And why should the club deserve my energy? Why should it deserve the energy that I produce? It makes zero sense, man. It makes zero sense. Big up Ben. In terms of overall this season, Szoboszlai is at number 1, Ekitike second, Kerkez is third, fourth is Wirtz, fifth is Rio. Interesting, bro. I'll probably get onto that a little bit later. I'll save it for now, but I'll probably disagree with a couple of them, but we'll get to that. Kirk has been good for months now. He's been our second best player in terms of consistency behind Szoboszlai. That is correct. I can't dispute that. I think definitely 2026, he's probably been our second best player. Both the Hungarian boys have been showing up the levels, but showing why he was voted one of the best left backs of last season, showing the intensity, showing the ability to go forward. 1v1 was very good. Even today, I don't think he was at his best, but he's still very good defensively. 1v1 is making it very difficult for their winger to get past him. It was overall a very good performance. It's unfortunately he had to come off. It looked as though he picked up a knock. So we'll have to wait and see what's happening with that. What happens when you remove 5 starters from a championship winning team? No Europe, simple math. It depends. It's also how you embed the new players, and the fact that he just chucked them all in at the very, very start when you already had players that were settled in the team was a massive mistake. Massive mistake. Even Klopp, the best person to bleeding in new players, would never chuck them in straight away. First thing would do, let the club settle, let the players settle, and we'll try and ease them in as slowly and as slowly as possible. So at some point this season, we'll see the very best of them. It's just simple, man. Simple. So it's tactically inept. Exactly. Tactically inept. The fundamentals of tactical awareness, he is not showing it. He's not showing it at all. Look at the first 10 to 12 minutes back. If Ekitike stays on, we probably get an early goal instead of Brighton. Facts. But again, Emil, it doesn't change the fact that, look, Ekitike, losing him very early in the game was a massive blow. Massive, massive blow. However, we still have forwards. We still have Rio. We still have Chiesa. Regardless of how good you think those guys are, The one thing we lacked in that game was attacking forward runs. We were relying on Wirtz to make the forward runs instead of him making the through balls. That's not what you want in Wirtz. You want Wirtz on the ones creating the through balls, creating space so he can get the pass right. That's where you want him, not making the runs in behind the defense, man. And when you saw Chiesa come on and make those forward runs, you could see that's what we were lacking. Gakpo's never going to do that. And to expect Wirtz to do that as well, crazy, man. Crazy. The same centre backs have to play every game. We don't have any cover. Facts. Facts. I saw a report saying Slot said it was a dead leg and he could play tomorrow. Potentially. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Hopefully it is a dead leg because it won't be that serious, but we just never know. It could be one of those ones where it looks innocuous at first, but then it's actually a very bad injury. So we'll wait and see on that, Ben. Can't blame him for the game management. Liverpool have no structure, just top players. I don't know about the first bit because game management wise, if you talk about substitutions, they just didn't work. They didn't work at all. It didn't make any sense at all. On that front, it didn't make any sense. But the structure, just top players, 100% agree with. There is no structure. There is no structure at all. And whenever there is a structure, we just don't implement it properly. It's horrible. Konate looking poor in the air again versus Haaland / Welbeck type striker, but wants big wages. Shaking my head. If you want the big boy wages, you got to prove it, man. And the one thing I got to say, like for someone his size, being about 6'4", 6'5", you can't be losing aerial duels like that, man. Especially with someone like Welbeck, who you are towering over about 3 or 4 inches, and you are much stronger than him. Not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. I'll big up Ben for the super chat, man. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. We are so bad, nothing will get any better. I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. It doesn't seem like anything's going to get any better. But I appreciate the super chat, Ben. Big up, Ben. Appreciate that. Chat, if we can get some love for Ben, I appreciate it, man. Show some appreciation for Ben for the super chat. Big up for Raz. Is Tom all right? Yes. Look, I want to address this once because obviously I was on the stream with Tom and I will speak on it. Tom was playing a game. It was a video game on his PS5. I even messaged him. Look, I even messaged him earlier being like, mate, it looked as though you were having a fit. Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I left the stream ages ago. I was playing on my PlayStation. That's the thing. It's minor. Nothing was going on. He was playing a game, bro. Playing game. Can we stop with the Tom stuff, man? Let's stop with the Tom stuff. If Slot goes, you will get Alonso 1,000,000%. 100%. Look, at the end of the day, he seems like the obvious option. We obviously wanted him before Slot. It just seems obvious. And I don't know if the club are looking at other managers. Sebastian Hernandez was another one that was thought of. But again, I just don't think he's ready for the job. But we'll have to wait and see. We have spent £500 million not to be side to side with Arsenal at the very least. Is, I'm guessing you're saying it's shocking. Exactly, it is shocking. Gerrard now is interim suits me fine too. Big up, man. Saying it, man. If all I need is some life back in the football club, if you want to get some life, bring the hero back to Liverpool. Bring the icon back to Liverpool. Bring the legend back to Liverpool. And his name is Steven George Gerrard. Big up, Malk. When's the gaming stream? I was meant to have one last night. Obviously, I was a little bit busy last night. I was meant to have it tonight as well, but obviously it's a bit difficult. Drifty has had a little bit of a tough schedule. So we will sort something out as soon as possible, man. Gaming streams will be back and consistent as well, bro. Don't worry about that. Man, bro, don't worry about that. We'll get something sorted as soon as possible. Just take a minute just to talk about Rio scaring grown men. The improvement on his game and his ceiling is near to Musi. Okay, great. First bit, 100%. The fact that a kid like Ruan Gamoa, 17 years old, being able to do the step overs, do the jinky majinky, as people like to talk about it, take on his man, get past him, and show some real quality is crazy. But Musiala, Kvara, Lisa, Yamal, less of those comparisons because I think those players are top level. Especially Yamal, man. I think Yamal's the best player in the world, in my opinion. But yeah, maybe ease up a little bit. Maybe if he shows it for next season, but definitely the ceiling's high. The quality's there. The quality is there. Why did Terry expose him? Brother, I don't know. I don't know. I think KJ stopped him from doing it. But bro, he's just playing a game, man. He's just playing a game. Just playing a game. Big up Rust. Now he was definitely doing something, bro. You don't play a game with one hand. Nah, if you're spamming a button, you have to use one finger. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Elise is better than Yamal this season. That's a fair point. He's been very, very good this season. However, you can't be the best player in the world and not be the best player in your team. And if anyone knows my opinion, Harry Klaas say, you know, the rest is the best player at Bayern Munich, man. The best player in Bayern Munich. I agree, Monsieur Rio, Musiala, Yamal. Yeah, I'll move on from that. Move on from that. Be careful with Rio. We thought Garnacho was the next Ronaldo. Look how that turned out. Again, I just never knew the hype with Garnacho. I thought he was just a decent player. The one thing that he didn't improve was he didn't improve his game at all. There was no improvement, and I feel like the hype got the better of him, unfortunately. So it's just one of those ones. We're lucky Brentford drew. Oh, I saw that just recently. They drew against Leeds, so it is what it is. To be fair, Tom is milking our necks. Tom is one of the most shameless people I've ever met. You know what? Someone can clip this up because I know Tom would agree with me. Tom Little is one of the most shameless people I've ever met on YouTube. I'm going to say that for a fact. Look, my level of shamelessness is very, very high. But I didn't think he would be more shameless than what I was. He is shameless. Has no shame at all. No shame at all. And do you know what is do you know what is shameful? We're on 36 likes, people. There's about 175 people in the chat. Guys, I don't know why I have to remind you guys, but like button. Hit the like as soon as possible. Minimum 50 likes. Absolute minimum 50 likes. If you don't get to 50 likes, actually, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably be upset. I'll probably be upset if I don't get 50 likes. Come on, man. Let's do this, man. 50 likes at a bare minimum, people. 175 people. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Can we open up uncomfortable conversation that Kane is better than Rooney? Talent-wise, no, but career-wise, no. I still think talent-wise, Rooney was better. He's a different type of striker, but Harry Kane as a pure number 9, he was better. But again, I don't see Rooney as a pure number 9. I see him more as like the striker off the main striker, if that makes sense. The 9.5, as people like to call it, or the 9/10 kind of player, similar to the Totti kind of player. That kind of player, I believe. That's how I see it. Slot never talks about the Liverpool, the city, the passion for the fans. Klopp always talked about it. Exactly, man. And the football shows for it. The football shows it. The fact that a Liverpool style of football has always been about passion, emotion, and putting in the hard yards to get the absolute maximum out of the players and the fan base. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But people, if you have any other questions, whether it be Liverpool related or anything else related, hit it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer. If you've got any questions about Elise, Kane, if you have any questions about just football in general, thoughts on the Arsenal game, we could talk about the Arsenal game or just anything like that. Get it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to. I'm kind of tired about talking about Liverpool, so I wouldn't mind doing like a little Q&A session with you guys if that is okay with you. I'm sure it would be. But yes, if you have any questions that's not regarding Liverpool, regarding just in general, football in general, hit it in the chat. Be more than happy to answer it as well. Slot never talks about Liverpool. Oh, yeah, we've already done that. Big up Xbox. Rooney, better, period. One of the greatest all-round players. Exactly, man. One of the greatest all-round players of all time. He had the technical ability and the aggression to show for it. If it was up to me between picking Rooney and Totti, though, everyone knows who my favorite player is in that era. And it's Totti, bro. Totti was just different level, man. Man, I miss players like Totti. I really, really do. I really miss players like Totti. It's a shame that some players like Totti probably won't be available in this day and age because people like him are just anomalies. And there's no space for him in this game, unfortunately. And it's crazy to say it, man. It's crazy to say it. I miss Rooney and Ronaldo tearing teams apart from us. I'm guessing you're a United fan. Yeah, you would probably be missing players like that. Don't forget Tevez. Even though he was a scumbag, he was still one heck of a player. And obviously Berbatov when he was there. And he had some good players, but he had some good players. Rooney was sort of a number 10 like Totti. Kane is the best number 9 on the planet. Facts. However, if we talk about of his generation, Lewandowski still number 1 for me. Lewandowski still number 1. Who's the best player in this season's Euro Cup at the moment? You think? I guess you think about Champions League. If we talk about Champions League, I'll probably have to go for someone like Harry Kane. Harry Kane has been very, very good. Obviously, you have to go for one of the Arsenal players. I think you could go for Gabriel, who's been very, very good for them. Funny enough, Kerkez has actually been all right in the Champions League, but I wouldn't say he's one of the best. But yeah, I'll probably either go for Harry Kane or Gabriel. I think also Saliba's been actually very good in the Champions League as well. So yeah, I'll go for those 3 at bare minimum. Baggio or Totti Ram. Unfortunately, Fozzie, I haven't seen Baggio. I was too young for Baggio, but my dad has seen both of them, and he believes that Totti was better than Baggio. Unpopular opinion for him, but he believes Totti was better than Baggio. Baggio was all about the elegance, but Totti had elegance and fight and grit. That's why he loved Totti so much as well. Any new up-and-coming shows? There will obviously be some Liverpool content here and there. Obviously, international break. Got a massive stream coming up with the likes of Judge Mo coming on. Flawless will be coming on. Ends will also be coming on as well. We'll be going through the history of football to an extent. Talk about world-class players at the moment. There will be some shows coming up during the international break. So people, do stay tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Get the notification bell turned on. There will be content out there, and I'm sure that you guys will be very, very interested in it. Sure, you'll be 100%, man. 100%. If you could sign an unknown to most Bundesliga player right now, who would you sign? Which one would you want? Because I can go through the most. You know what? I'll do one of each, right? Obviously, the most will probably be Elise. Elise will definitely be the first one that I'll go to. If we talk about unknown player, I would have said I don't know if you guys have heard of him, Finn Yelcher from Stuttgart. I would have got Liverpool to sign him, but obviously because we got Xhaka, we don't really need him anymore. If you're talking about unknown player that probably people don't know about, probably means no one knew about Yan Diamande at the start, but now everyone knows about him. I would have said that, but that is difficult. That is very, very difficult. Good one. I know people won't like this because he's Dutch, but he's actually a very good player. I think he's a solid box-to-box midfielder. His name's Walter Berger for Hoffenheim. I think he's a solid midfielder. I wouldn't say it was an absolute necessity, but I think he's a very, very good midfielder. Very strong, very athletic, very how do you say it? Very strong with the challenge as well. I think I would go for someone like him. Certain types of players don't exist anymore. The Italian league had so many great players, not now. Again, the whole point of them being so far behind modern football and everything. It's just a shame to see. It's a real shame. Big up Emil. Might sound crazy, but don't be surprised if Hurster is on Hughes and Edwards' list to replace Stop. He's decent, but personally, I don't want him. Exactly. He's probably lower down the list for me than Sebastian Hoeneß, and I don't think Hoeneß is ready. Hurstler's nowhere near ready to manage at the top level. Nowhere near. Who do you think will be our gaffer for next season? I think it'll probably be Alonso. If Enrique is available, I'll go for Enrique, but I'll probably go for Alonso. Rooney would be a top 6 goalie if he played between the sticks. Guys was a beast, no comparison. 100%. No comparison. He was a top player, man. Very top player. Only thing that let Rooney down was his temperament. That is also very true. Lewandowski, man. Lewandowski is just Baggio was out of this world. He was. Baggio was better than Totti, trust me. But Manuel, obviously you've watched him play, so I'm gonna take your word for it. I think because my dad watched him, and for me, I think for him, I think the elegance, he appreciated the elegance, but I think the fact that Totti had the fire as well is what really likes him. He loves players like one of his favorite players was Ruud Gullit because he could do everything. I think Totti is, I want to say, the same mold as him, but he's like had the same qualities, the fire, the technical ability, everything. I think that's kind of player that he really likes. So I'd probably go with that. Rank these players in order: Rui Costa, Totti, Riquelme, Aymar, Juan Carlos, Valeron. Is it, is it Valeron, or are you meant to say Veron? Must be Valeron, right? Oh yeah, Deportivo guy. And Deco. It's tough to choose because obviously Deco, I don't know if Deco will be part of that list. He's a very different player to a lot of these guys. I think these guys are more natural, creative midfielders. I think Deco is more of, for especially from what I've seen, Deco was more of a central midfielder, dictating play. A lot could penetrate people with a good ball. A little bit of a deep lying playmaker. I'll be honest, Juan Carlos Valeron, I don't remember much of him. I know he played for Deportivo. I know he's a baller then, but I wouldn't say I'm very well known about him. Riquelme, Aymar, Rui Costa, and Totti, obviously, I know quite about. If I was going to rank them, it'll probably be Rui Costa, the bottom. No, sorry. Pablo Aymar at the bottom. Rui Costa, Riquelme, Totti. That will probably be my order. Look, people, if you don't like it, I say Totti. Totti's one of my favorite players, man. One of my favorite ever players. I won't ever say anyone otherwise. You remember Batistuta Ram, or you're too young? I will probably be too young to see the prime of Batistuta, but I caught glimpses of his old, like when he was at the latter years of Roma and people like that. But yeah, he was fantastic, man. Obviously, if you've seen the clips of him, he had a nice little shot on him. He could strike, what was it? He could strike from 35, 40 yards out, which is crazy. Apparently, fun fact, because of how hard he could kick a football, he almost got his leg amputated because of how bad it was. Because of how much strain he put on his right leg, he could have got it amputated. So that's when you know when someone can strike a ball from 40, 30, 40 yards is when you know that you're going to get when you want your leg amputated because of how much pain you're in. Crazy, man. Stiller, you need Stiller more than anyone. I don't think this team really needs Stiller. For me, I think um someone like Richard Rios will be a lot better for us. Someone that has a little bit more grit, a little bit more fire in that midfield to complement someone like Soboslai, and if Gravenberch is going to stay as a DM. Doherty is decent centre back option. Yeah, that's true. Oh, talk about Hamburg, Vuskovic. I also talked very highly about Luka Vuskovic, who plays for Hamburg. Very, very, very good centre back. He's on loan from Tottenham, so he'll be back at Tottenham. So it is one of those ones, man. But he's a very good player. Very, very good player. Ramgatti was a beast too. He played his football in Italy, Fiorentina, and Roma. Yeah, man, he's incredible, incredible footballer. Very, very good footballer. Carry this Italy national team, but Totti for the loyalty. Exactly, man. Carry that Italy national team, but Totti for the loyalty. Exactly, bro. Totti's loyalty will be no one could match him for loyalty. Hullet was a flipping, yeah, man. He was incredible. He's incredible, man. Incredible. Baggio was more consistent than Totti, but Totti was class. Exact. Look, obviously, I haven't watched much of him, but I think for when my dad looks at quality for quality and the kind of players that he wants, um, then yeah, I think it's kind of his style of player. I think that's what he's really pretty prefers, I'd say. Do you think Wirtz has the fight to really light up the Prem? I'm worried about him when we are in the trenches. I think he does. He has the durability because in the Leverkusen team from last season, you're still expected to do the hard work. So I do believe he still has the quality in terms of the physicality and also the technical ability. It's just so hard to judge footballer players when they're playing for this manager, in my opinion. It's just so hard. Like you can't. It's so hard to judge someone when you know that that the manager's not setting them up in the right way to get the best out of them. It's just one of those ones, unfortunately. I watched both, bro. Baggio and many consider the greatest Italian player next to Maldini. Yes, of course they do. They do. Obviously one of the most technically gifted footballers of all time. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Juan Carlos Veron, yes, he did play for. Oh, he played for Atletico as well. I don't remember that. I only knew him for. I only know the Deportivo guy. I didn't know he played for Atletico as well. God damn. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Rui had a ridiculous. Yeah, he did. He did. But I still say Riquelme. I'll put Riquelme above Rui Costa in my opinion. Even Pablo Aimar I'll put at the bottom. And it's crazy to say Pablo Aimar. Pablo Aimar at the bottom. Crazy, man. Crazy. But that's the level of footballers, bro. That's the level. That's the exact level. No, you're not a United fan, but you can recommend a good Casemiro replacement. I'm worried about not replacing him well in the summer. Richard Rios was one that I was talking about. Alan, what's not Alan Gomez? Joao Gomez, I think would be a very good player for you. Can do. The problem is he's a bit similar to Kobe Mainu, so I don't know if he'll be a great fit for you guys. But Richard Rios would be a great planning for you. I'm trying to think of any more destroyers out there that would be really good. Kefren Turan might also be good. He's not quite a destroyer, but he's very good at winning the ball back, but also being able to carry the ball forward. So he'll be very good. He can get around the pitch, do a lot of the hard yards as well. So he'll be very good for you guys. But I think Richard Rios, if you want a proper fighter in midfield, that's the player to go to. Mate, slot in or slot out will decide postseason. For at this moment in time, slot out. Champions League wise, I don't see us. Problem is, he's just shown to me that he's not going to change, or the players just don't have the fight for him. So I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. And even if he wins the Champions League, I'll still want him gone. Thank you for the memories, but it's time to go, in my opinion. It's time to go. Well, let's pray to God Szoboszlai doesn't injure his leg, considering how hard he strikes the ball. Exactly. We don't want another Batistuta situation. So it's one of those ones. Players we have now, or would you build it? Players we have now, or would you build a team around? Mine is Wirtz. I think you could do both. I think you can do both. I still think you need some signings to complement him, but definitely you're able to. Definitely you'll be able to do something like that. Ram, never mind Totti or Baggio, which were world class, but do you remember? Yes, I do remember Alessandro Del Piero. He even had an area in the pitch that was named after what Del Piero zone, like they cut inside a finesse shot, top corner. That was his trademark. As I was saying, Totti, was it Del Piero and Trezeguet, the ultimate partnership, big man, small man, tall man partnership. That's what I wanted when we had Ekitike and Chiesa. That was when Chiesa was in form. I really wanted to see Ekitike and Chiesa play with one another to try and recreate something similar along those lines. So Del Piero was an animal, bro. He's an incredible footballer, man. Incredible. The club is down out here. Facts. The club is down out here. I don't see us. Just problem after problem after problem. I just don't see us getting any better. Sobo is your best player and missing link is your front three. Get him in the 8 to 10 without having to track back all the way to the goalie. I think he could do both. I think he could get away with both because as an 8, he can do the defensive work when he needs to. But what you want him in is in the right areas, which is off the right flank. If I'm saying the right, this would be people's right. Off that right flank, say if the middle of the penalty area was here, you want him in that right hand side, being able to cross the ball in or being in that dangerous area. And if he can, move him into the middle if he can get a shot on goal as well. You want him those sort of areas to really prove his quality in the final third. Stuff like that is what you need. It's going to be one of those ones. It's going to be one of those ones. Do you remember brothers Juninho? Valeron played with them a couple years before Valeron was sold to Deportivo. Thing is, the only Juninho I know is Juninho Pernambucano. If anyone knows who Juninho Pernambucano is, the greatest ever free kick taker of all time. I'm saying it right here, right now. Better than Roberto Carlos, better than Szoboszlai, better than even the great Declan Rice. Juninho Pernambucano is the greatest free kick taker of all time. That's the only Juninho that I saw growing up, and the only Juninho that I knew about as well. So yeah, I'd probably say I don't know Juninho from Borough, but I know Juninho Penjabucano. From I think he used to play for Olympic Lyon back in the day. Um, so yeah. Nice. I'm gonna mention that name to Goldbridge and see if his contacts know anything. He has good insiders like Terry does. Problem is, Richard Rios is still well. He's at Benfica, but he's just joined Benfica. Oh, the guy that I mentioned, Walter Berger, is also a very good player. Very good player. I think he'd do quite well at Manchester United next to Kobe Mainu. Same sort of age range as well. So he'd be a very good player for you guys as well. Very, very low key. No one really knows about kind of player. So definitely a quality player. Del Piero is not that long ago for Ram 06 World Cup. Yes, 06 World Cup is probably the first World Cup I have a lot of memories about. A lot of memories. Like the Zidane, obviously Zidane headbutt was one of them. The Battle of Nuremberg, if anyone knows about the red cards against Portugal and Netherlands, I remember watching that at school during school as well. And it's crazy how so many people getting so many red cards and yellows. It was crazy. Steven Gerrard against Sweden, I remember. Obviously, the game against Trinidad where Steven Gerrard cut inside on his left and started at top corner. Peter Crouch also scored that game as well. I'm trying to think, what other memories do I have? Obviously, France with, I mentioned about Zidane, the headbutt. Thierry Henry against Roberto Carlos. That's misreading of the game from Carlos that let Henry through. Argentina against Germany. I remember Jens Lehmann, the notes that he had to see which player got into the penalty. It was the first time that notes were really a thing. So it was crazy, man. So many memories, so many memories. Just re-signed Milner showed more heart and fight than a lot of our players. Facts. That's when you know that the team was so poor. If Milner's showing more fight and more heart, something's wrong with your team, man. Something's wrong with your team. Juninho, who played for Borough. Yeah, Juninho, very small, diminutive player, but very talented footballer. One of the first Brazilians to come and play in the Premier League. Sort of laid the pathway for a lot of Brazilians to join the Premier League as well. So, yeah. But the one Juninho I know is the dead ball Juninho Penjambucano, that guy. That's the guy I know. For me, just best free kick taker of all time. Do you think Trey takes Endo space in the squad in the summer? I hope so. I think he's a very, very talented footballer, very good footballer as well. Very comfortable on the ball. Still got a lot of growing to do in terms of the physicality. I think physicality will get used to after a while, but definitely a talented player. Definitely. There's Jorginho previously from Chelsea. Yes, I do. I remember people also telling me he was the best regista in the Premier League as well, ahead of Thiago Alcantara. Some people, you just never know. You never know the takes that they have. Juninho Penjabucano played for Lyon. That is a different Juninho. By the way, the best free kick taker and the best crosser of the ball ever is David Beckham. Best crossover ball ever is David Beckham, but the free kick, Juninho could do it from. I think the one thing Beckham, if he wanted a clutch free kick from Beckham, he would definitely do it. However, if you want a free kick being scored from every type of angle on the pitch, I think Juninho Penjambucano could do that, man. He could do that, bro. He's so good. Richard Rios is a good energy player and athletic, but you need high IQ athlete / bruisers. Yeah, but I think if you have high IQ players around, you can still get away with just bruisers or just to do whatever. I still think he has the technical ability as well to play. So whilst he's very, very aggressive as a midfielder, he's also got a lot of technical ability to get himself out of a tough situation. So it's one of those ones, man. It's one of those ones. Milner's still an animal at 40, 100%, man. He's still an animal at 40. Liverpool just need a manager to let us play like 2008, 2012 Spain because we got the players. I think more than that, I think also someone also needs to structure the team better just to get them in the right areas so we could be more dangerous. I think it's much more than getting them to play. I think the structure is already there in terms of that diamond. It's just getting the right manager to implement it. And clearly, Slot is not the guy to do it. Not the guy to do it at all. The best free kick takers to me were Beckham and Roberto Carlos. Again, cold free kick takers. But I'm gonna be a little bit wrong and strong here. I think Juninho was the best. Big up Fozzie, man. Maradona's better free kicks. Unfortunately, Fozzie, I was not around for Maradona. I don't even know if I was a thought at that time by both my parents. So is one of those ones, unfortunately. But big up Fozzie. Maradona, one of the greatest players of all time as well, man. One of the greatest players. In fact, Maradona is the greatest at everything, including freestyle. Yeah, man, he's probably one of the greatest players in terms of technical ability. They're one of the most talented footballers ever in the history of game. Could do absolutely anything, even do the most craziest stuff as well. So it's just one of those ones. Big up Maradona, man. What a fantastic player. I'm defo too young for Maradona. Only seen clips. Exactly. I'm the same boat, bro. Mike, I am the same boat as well. Big up Fozzie. I've been in and around for all of them. I know. You're more well in tuned about these players than I am, bro. More well in tune than I am, bro. And you got the knowledge, more knowledge than I've got, bro. Roberto Carlos was a brilliant defender, but at free kicks, he was a ball. I think it was a wall breaker. I think people were scared to be in that wall because if they got smacked by that ball, they knew that would be going at probably 30 or 40 miles an hour. Not even that. Not even 30, 40 miles an hour. Probably be going at 60 or 70 miles an hour. It's crazy because the power that he generated for being only about 5'4", 5'5" is crazy. 5'4", 5'5" is crazy, man. Donna was on that. Yeah. It is one of those ones. But people, I appreciate everyone being here. There's about 157 people here. And we're only on 45 likes, guys. Come on, let's get the likes up. Likes up, 1, 2, 3. I'm doing a flawless now. Like check, 1, 2, 3. Big up flawless. Let's get up to 50 likes, man. Come on, 5 more people. 5 more people. All I need is just 5 more people to get me to 50 likes. Come on, man. What are we doing here? And like what Fozzie says, 154 of you people still here, and we're not on 1,000. I only need less than half. Less than half of the people in this chat. If you just hit the subscribe button, I'm on 100. I'm on 1K. I'm on 1K. Come on, guys. Let's get the subscriber. I'm gonna do an Arteta as well. Come on, guys. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up as well, bro. It's free. It's easy to do. It's probably one of the easiest things you can do. Get the likes up, get the subscribers up as well. On the road to 1,000. We're nearly there. We're in touching distance of Liverpool and we're not watching Liverpool again, man. Come on, let's get the subscribers up as much as possible. I started supporting United when I was 6 in 1995, so I remember players from then onwards. I hear it, bro. I hear it. I probably remember players from 2004 onwards, I'd say. Maybe 2005. The first memory I probably have of football. Well, no. The first memory I have of football was 2005. The Liverpool Juventus Champions League quarterfinal. That was probably my first memory that I had. What a memory as well. That Luis Garcia goal. Beautiful. Pele was the best player ever. Even better than Maradona. He's the only player to have ever won 3 World Cups. Exactly, man. Exactly. What a player, bro. What a player. I think he holds the record for most World Cups as well. Crazy, man. Also won a World Cup at 17 years old. Only Mbappe has done that. Says a lot, bro. I was born in 94. Big up Sammy as well, man. Big up Sammy. Are you guys playing tomorrow? Is Madrid playing tomorrow? We're going to have a little Real Madrid game tomorrow. Or today. Oh, you got the Madrid derby today. I got the Madrid derby today. Damn. Big game. Big up Jamie in the chat, bro. Hang on a minute, Jamie. I've got a question for you. Ain't it UFC tonight? I swear tonight is UFC. I swear it's UFC. If you are about, I'll send over the link for you, go. I'll send the link for you, bro. Give me 1 second. But I'm still gonna be saying, I swear, Jamie, it is. It's UFC tonight. I swear it's UFC tonight. I might be wrong. Yeah, Madrid derby is a night game. Yeah. It's tonight. Wow, big game. Come on, yeah. Less of that, Sammy, though. Come on, Arsenal, bro. Come on, Arsenal. Are you serious? Yeah, Manuel, that left-footed thunderbolt against Gigi Buff against the great. That's when I think my uncle told me that Buffon was the best keeper in the world at the time. The fact that Garcia did that against the best keeper in the world at the time, crazy, crazy. Hang on, Fuzzy. Are you out and about? You know what? I'm gonna send Fuzzy to give me 1 second, bro. Give me 1 second. Hey, give me 1 second. Fuzzy, where are you, bro? Where are you? There you are. There you are. Fuzzy, I sent over the link to you, bro. You wanna jump in? Jump in. You know how it is, bro. Big up, bro. No comment on our team. Bright side, you saw Adidas World Cup kit. Lit. Fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Bro, Adidas. Adidas keep doing this, man. They always keep putting the best kits out there. Even Jordan for the Brazil kit, oh my goodness. The kits this for this World Cup is too cold. Too cold. Even Jamaica's kit. Jamaica's kit is just bro. Bro, it's so good, man. So good. Yeah, Jamie, I sent over the link to you, bro. If you're still here, bro, Jamie, jump on, bro. Jump on. Fozzie, I've also sent over the link to you on Twitter, my bro. If you want to jump on, bro. More than welcome, bro. More than welcome. Real Madrid are beating Atletico. Yeah, man. I hear that. I hear that. Oh, that's no worries, Fozzie, bro. That's no worries at all. But we got a special guest of the channel, special friend of the channel as well. Big up yourself. Big up Jamie in the building. Hope you're doing well. But quick question, Jamie.
Yeah, mate.
Quick question. I swear it's UFC tonight.
That was earlier because it was in London, wasn't it?
Swear. Was it actually in London?
Yeah, it was at 8 o'clock.
Damn. So it's done now. It must be done now. It's just
Yeah,
now,
it was shit.
Was it?
One
Was it
good
that
fight in
bad?
the card. Yeah, one really, really good fight in the card. You know, really good. Maybe fight of the year, but the rest of them were shocking. The main event was a joke, judging wise, and Michael Venom Page fought like Liverpool play football. So yeah.
But you got the decision, right? I swear it looks like
Yeah, he got the decision, but it was a terrible fight. It was awful.
Damn.
Put me asleep. Put me asleep, man.
And
And Cal's there. Only Cal's there doing work.
Oh yeah, he's there, isn't he?
That's why we didn't do a watch long because Cal's there doing work.
Quick question though, Jay.
Yeah, mate.
Why didn't you get tickets?
I think the cheapest was 200 quid.
No, I meant why didn't Cal get you tickets, bro?
You know Cal, man.
Nah, it's so good, bro. It's so good. No, it must have been at O2, right? O2
Yeah, it was at the O2. It wasn't even sold out. There was shitloads of seats.
But I'm looking at the card right now, and to be fair, I kind of understand why it wasn't sold out. I'm just looking.
Poor.
Do they always do this for the UK though?
UK always have shit cards.
Yeah, like even the one thing I'll give, you know what? I give WWE its ratings. Whenever it comes to the UK, there's always a buzz. There's always a different buzz, and they're all for it. They are all for it.
That's because we're their second biggest market, so they throw everything at it.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to do a quick synopsis of the game, or do you want to just do this Q&A session with the people?
That game, man. Obviously I didn't do a watch long. It's the first time I did do a watch long this season as well because I was busy. But oh my god, yeah, the game gave me an aneurysm. I just sat there. I had no anger. I had no emotion, man. I literally sat there on my couch today watching the game, and I had no fight or I didn't even have no passion. Even when we scored, I was like, it's killed me. It's killed my passion for my football club, man. I don't care. I literally don't care.
I'll tell you this though, Joe. He does surprise me on how stupid he can be. Do you know how bad that is? Because we'll talk about this on the sound channel. I was saying this to the people as well. You play two up top. You play the diamond. Cool.
Mm.
I've asked for it for
I
quite
was
a while.
happy. I was happy that he kept the system.
However, the whole point of a diamond, look, you've already congested the midfield. You've got 4 midfielders. You've got 2 centre mids. You've got 1 DM and you've got 1 cam. So you've already congested that centre of the park. And you're relying your width on the fullbacks, which we have in terms of Frimpong and Kerkez, who are both very quick and both very hard working. So they can go up and down that pitch. The one thing you also need is your 2 strikers have to be making those forward runs. So either going wide or going into the centre of the box.
Yeah.
The one thing you don't do, you don't take out a striker and add another midfielder to a diamond because you've already congested that midfield. Why do you want to congest it even more? You're losing out on so much direct runs coming from the strikers. That is football fundamentals 101.
Yeah, man.
How is it? And I told this to people, right? I'm just a normal guy from London, sitting in front of a TV, sitting in front of a laptop, telling everyone this. But a guy who's probably paid millions and millions of pounds a year can't identify this, or just is a bit tactically inept in that front. Make it make sense, bro.
Yeah, man. Look, when obviously Ekitike got injured, the most obvious sub for him to do is bring on either Chiesa or Rio to keep it attacking, to still have a goal threat. Once Ekitike went off and Curtis Jones came on, we had 0 goal threat. Goal threats they're gone. You know, if you brought a Rio on, personally, I would have just brought Rio on and let him play and just let him do his thing. You know, around the system. You know, give him a free run, give him a free roll, tell him to go and do his thing, and try and get Verts close to Rio, and see what you can do. As soon as he brought Curtis on, man, I don't understand what he was trying to do when he did it. He put Verts in like in a false 9 position, and
he was the 2 up top.
Yeah, it might have worked better if it was Salah instead of Gakpo, right?
Yeah.
But Cody's form right now, I mean, it's just, you know, we all talk about how bad Salah's form is, yeah. But the one thing Mo will always give you if you play in the right area of the pitch, he's going to give you a goal threat in some capacity, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or he's going to give you a moment in the 90 minutes that you get an opportunity from. Gakpo don't give you nothing. He don't give you nothing, and I don't even know what's happened to him, because even last year he was decent. You know, last year his output was good. He has 0 output, no output. And, you know, I've got to start, you know, maybe we've given him too much of a free run, but Florian Wirtz, man, I need to ask serious questions. I really do.
You could ask him now, bro. Ask him now.
It costs us a lot of money. He is a good player. I'm not saying he isn't, but I need to see him step up a little bit more. I understand the circumstance. He's playing in a team that is shit right now, but only because he's a new signing, he can't get away with it. We've critiqued it. I think Wirtz has got away with a lot of critique this season. I think we even have a go at Ekitike and critique him when he's poor. You know, when he doesn't release the ball quick enough and stuff like that. At times we give him fair criticism. We've gave Frimpong fair criticism. I think we've gave Kerkez fair criticism. But I think we've all let Wirtz just get away with it a little bit. I really do. I think he's just got away with it. So I need to see more from Florian Wirtz, because it is worrying me, man, because that's a lot of money. And I know he did that interview before the game with TNT Sport, talking about the physicality of the Premier League, and in Germany he can hold the ball for as long as he wants, pretty much, which, you know, shows you why players like Luis Diaz has got like almost 30 GA in Germany this season. You know, because you have more time and space to do what you want as an attacking player in Germany.
Yeah.
In this country, you don't. And I wonder if that will come to him, or it's just a change of manager he needs, because again, we don't get the best out of Florian under this manager. But even if you're not getting the best out of him, I need to see Florian step up a little bit. Like when he shoots, he's shooting is so. I've watched him play in Germany. He used to belt a ball, you know.
Yeah.
Now he's sort of like just love tapping it.
They're
No,
caressing.
yeah,
Caressing.
he's like he's got R2 held down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just I don't get it, Ram. I think he is getting away with it a little bit. But look, the main culprit of our fucking season is the manager at the end of the day, and that's it. I am actually going to be shocked if he's here after international break. I'd be shocked. Oh, my camera's going crazy. Yeah, I'll be shocked if he's here after international break.
I
really
wouldn't
will.
be, Jay, because he shouldn't be here at this. He shouldn't be at the club at this moment. He should have been gone 2 or 3 months ago at bare minimum.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be
I'm
here.
still there. Don't worry.
Oh no, it's no worries. He shouldn't be here. And that's the worrying thing. Jamie's just going to sort out his camera is going a bit mad. That's no worries at all, Jay. I'm just messaging the private chat if you're once you're ready, bro. Just message me. But yeah, that's what he says. It's just he shouldn't be here at this moment in time. It's crazy, and the fact that he's still here is just a travesty. It's a disgrace. It is a disgrace that he's still there. Absolute disgrace. Back on the topic of what we were talking about, free kicks. You know what John Barnes was brilliant free kicks, one-step free kicks. Older LFC fans remember, 100%, 100%, 100%. If you could choose one transfer that you wish Liverpool got over the line, David Villa 2008, Alexis Sanchez 2014, or the Fekir deal. Or can I go back a couple years for David Villa though? Because I would go David Villa 2006. Because I think David Villa 2006 would have changed a lot for Liverpool. Would have changed a lot for Liverpool. I also found out apparently Luis Figo was in talks with signing for Liverpool after Madrid. And obviously we took our time with that. So another one. You talk about Samal, you talk about Dani Alves, David Silva. Mate, add Luis Figo to that as well, man. Hearing that just made me upset. Just made me feel so crappy for the rest of the day, bro. Really just so upset. I'm not fussed who wins the league. Neither option is good for me as a United fan. If Arsenal wins it, it's their first in 20 years. If City, it's our rivals. Hope we can get back soon. Same, bro. That's for the same as me. The same as me. Jay, are you good? Thumbs up if you're good. Are you good? Oh, you're not good. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Again, I'm not fussed. Again, it's one of those ones where you're like, which one do you rather want? You want your one enemy or the other enemy? Just couldn't care less. In the words of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer back in 2014, couldn't care less. Was Luke Riley? Oh, I'll actually say that for Jay. I'll say that for Jay. Sinisa Mihailovic, sick free kicks. Yes, he was a very good free kick. I think he also plays for Milan, I believe. Played for Milan back in the day. Very good free kick taker. I've seen a few days ago a charity game where Buffon was in goal and he pulled out a low saving shot from around 50, 20 yards. I thought he still got it. Brother, Italians are just built different. They can keep playing until they're like 45, 46. Heck, I saw Maldini the other week. I saw like an old video of like Maldini playing for AC Milan in a Legends game against Liverpool. I think like a couple of seasons ago. Mate, he still got it. Still got it. Ram, is not that. It's the arrogance of someone who wants to stamp a legacy by playing a certain style. Facts, bro. And his style of football, it just doesn't suit what Liverpool want. It don't suit it. And if it don't suit it, you're never going to get proper output of it. You're never going to get the best results from it. And if you could keep on persisting with it, it's just never going to work. But big up KTY, bro. Hope you're doing well, bro. Big up Bruno, bro. Hope you're doing well as well, man. I said back in October that he would destroy everything. I said Slot is similar to Roy Hodgson, and I was laughed at it. I don't like to be that guy that said, I told you so. I still want to say Roy Hodgson. I was giving him Brendan Rodgers vibes. But again, Brendan Rodgers still wasn't that level. But Roy Hodgson was just a mess. It was an absolute mess. But Brendan Rodgers, I'd say so. I think it's more compared to Brendan Rodgers, I'd say. He did after 8 minutes too, which means he didn't believe in his team selection that much to bring on Jones over Rio/Chiesa. Exactly, bro. After 8 minutes, when you lose a striker, you don't bring on another forward, bro. Crazy. crazy. Did he put Verts up top and Curtis went into the Verts role? Yeah, animal. He did. So at first he Ekatika was up top with Gakpo. Ekatika got injured, so Verts, who was playing in the 10, moved over to striker, and Jones was playing as the cam. That's on a slot for you, bro. That's on a slot. I'll save that also for Jamie as well. I'll say that for Jamie as well. I said my feet will stay on the ground after Galatasaray victory, and look what happened: 1 step forward and 8 steps back. The same, bro. The same. The problem is everyone was saying, "Oh, you got a great victory up against Galatasaray. Something changed." I was like, "That's cool, but will we continue that?" I don't think we're able to continue that. So I can't categorically say we will get better. I can't say with my chest that we will get better. We're back. We're going to be winning games again, because I've seen this story before this season. We take 1 step forward, takes 2 steps back, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. There will be blood on Michael Edson and Richard Hughes' shoulders if he stays. Exactly. There's already blood in the room, bro. And they're at the crime scene yet again, bro. Yet again. Big up Ram, big up Mac and Steve, big up Mac and Steve, bro. I hope you're doing well, bro. We might need to accept that Slot ain't going anywhere. They rather get rid of old guard and give him new players. That's the crazy thing, bro. I think it's at a point where both of them got to go. Both on. Both the managers and the old guard need to go. It's crazy. It's crazy. Big up Michael, bro. Hope you're doing well. Slot's gone. The guy just blamed the LFC model for bad season. You only do that once you know it's over. The guy just blamed the LSC model for. Did he actually say that? Michael, if you're still here, Michael, big up your damn self. Let me know let me know the quotes, and if there is a video of it, and send it over to me. I'll be more than happy to read it. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. If he has, then maybe the writing is on the road. Big up KCY. Big up your damn self. Not getting top 5 will be a terrible, terrible season, you know, Ram. Exactly. Inexcusable season. Inexcusable. Absolutely horrendous season. We are lucky teams like Chelsea and Villa look to be shut at us. Otherwise, we'll be finishing 8th, shaking my head. Exactly. The only reason why we're still in a top 4 race is because of how poor the Chelsea and Villa teams are. The fact that they're still poor and they're not getting anything, and they're not taking advantage of our mistakes, shows how bad the top 4 have been. Shows how bad they are. Big up D, man. If you haven't already, which probably most of you have, subscribe to Dean's channel, Fam Zone TV. Doing great content there, very consistent as well. So big up Dean, big up everyone at Fam Zone. I think it was Liverpool and Arsenal that they cover as well. So yeah, man, if you haven't already, do subscribe to Fam Zone TV. Hughes and Slot has to go. We need a fresh start going into the new season. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. If it's the case that Richard Hughes just wants to stay with Arne Slot because that's his guy, then he can walk out of the building, man. He could take a walk. He could take a hike as well. I don't want no arrogance in my team, whether that be from management or from the technical directors, bro. Don't need that in my life. Slot never takes responsibility for his mistakes. Another factual statement. Again, either the players, the opposition, the referee. Seems like everyone is to blame but him. Crazy. We've been like that for over 10 years. One amazing performance somewhere, then back to being rubbish. We always play well versus the fellow top 6, but bad versus everyone else most of the time. Until Jurgen Klopp came along, and we would start to be a bit more consistent against the smaller teams. It's one of those ones, man. It's one of those ones. Big up, Jamie. Hope is everything good on your end? Everything.
That should be better.
Better. Good. A couple of comments here for you, Jay. I want to read it out for you.
Go.
First of all, UFC, was Luke Riley fight any good?
Yeah, it's okay.
Cool. Was that? But would you say that's probably the best fight of all the cards?
Try and remember now, because it was so boring.
That shows how bad the UFC was.
It was that last fight, man. So yeah, Murphy Evloev was a good fight, but the wrong person won. Riley, got the decision if I remember rightly. Page and Patterson was a bore fest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was not good, man. It was not good. It was not good. But yeah, Luke Riley. Yeah. Luke Riley. I think that was the featherweight. And I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, I think Danny Silver and Campbell. Yeah, that was a quality fight for 2 rounds. And the opener, Luke Riley. Yeah, that was a 3 round decision, but a decent fight. Yeah.
Man, I'm just looking at the next week's card, bro. They got Adesanya as the main event, bro.
Yeah, it's a fight night.
Brother. And the main event for was Evloev. Bro.
Yeah.
Man, we do really get shafted with one of these cards, bro. I swear to flipping God.
Yeah, well, Murphy's the English lad, ain't he? So they put him in the main event. It's a good main event, but I think Murphy, it should have been a draw. 47-47.
Ah, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Fairs.
so did Cal as well. He thought it was a draw as well.
Fairs. That's fine. Makes sense. Is what it is. Right, yeah. Arrogance. I want to also get your thoughts on this. Arrogance of someone who wants to stamp a legacy by playing a certain style. What do you think of that, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, all managers should have arrogance because they play the way they want to play it. But you got to earn that arrogance, ain't you?
Yeah.
That's the thing, and he hasn't earned his arrogance yet. Also, I don't know what way he plays, man. As far as I'm concerned, Arnold Slot worries about how the opposition's going to play, not how Liverpool going to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why he changes it all the time. That's why he changes his tactics at half time a lot and he says it as well. He's got a way he wants to play, and he rips up he says he rips it up and throws it in the bin once he gets the opposition team sheet. And that's like shouldn't be the case. Plan A, what you do as a top elite manager, plan A, you got plan A. If plan A don't work, you make plan A work. That's it. That's it. And you can tweak it. You can tweak things here and there, and I think that's the thing with Slot. His style that he wants to play just doesn't suit. I don't think it suits the football in this country. And if you look at all Dutch coaches that have managed in the Premier League, none of them have been successful, like massively, like hugely successful on a continuous basis. They'll have a one season when they'll win trophies and all that, but then they really go off it. Louis van Gaal's a legendary manager. He only won the FA Cup at Man United. Slots won the Premier League, obviously. Rudillich came in and fell out with everyone at Newcastle. Went to Chelsea, won some trophy. I think he won the FA Cup at Chelsea, did he? I can't quite remember now. Hiddink came in at Chelsea and won the FA Cup, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Martin Yole didn't win anything at Spurs, did he? Or did he win the League Cup? I can't remember.
Or was that one day Ramos?
No, it was one day Ramos, wasn't it? So, don't know. Maybe there's something in the water there.
Maybe. I think it's just like the style of football just doesn't work for it's too technical for English football. English football's all been about a little bit of P&P.
Power. Yeah. And that's why Klopp worked.
Exactly.
I think Ruud Gullit said it a couple of weeks back where he said that Arnold Slot's trying to play the Dutch way at Liverpool and it just won't work.
The Dutch way of football never works. It never works for Liverpool. It never works. I think Italian way of football, I think for me, if you talk about styles of football, I think the German way obviously does work. Italian way also works as well. And a little bit of the more progressive Spanish style of football works. Not like the control and everything, but more of the progression, trying to get people to play progressively. That works.
Do you know what annoys me today, Ramlo?
Go on.
Chelsea got smacked by Everton, yeah. And now Everton are 3 points behind us.
I know.
We win today. We pat ourselves. We got daylight between us and Chelsea, and we're probably going to get top 5. I'd almost guarantee it if we won today. I'd almost guarantee it.
Can I go, Jamie? Can I go one further for you, bro? If we won our last 3 games, we would be sitting third in the league, 2 points ahead of Manchester United.
There would be comfy. Just I think Slot's put all his eggs in the cups. I think that's why he's done it. I think he's looking at the FA Cup and Champions League, and he's got to go strong in both.
Yeah, as do I. As do I, man. Emmanuel says it here. Klopp earned his arrogance by winning everything. Dutch manager are crap. Only Cruyff was the exception, and obviously Michel's as well, who was the forefather for Cruyff.
Yeah, Michel's and Cruyff, and then Pep pretty much copied Cruyff.
I'm gonna be slightly diverted because I've had a thought about this, and people always say that Ajax and Michel's is the founding fathers of modern day football. And I thought about this, right? And people talk about how great Johan Cruyff was for Barcelona. Would you argue Arrigo Sacchi is just as big as an innovator for football?
Yeah. Sacchi's well, if you look at me, he's the mastermind how to, that tactical, defensive-minded football, but it weren't like a pragmatic style that he had. It was just
forefront.
It was just so it was very technical to a state that you never get anyone better than him tactically in Italy, in my opinion. I don't think there's been a better tactical Italian coach than Sacchi. I'd be surprised if I can't think of one.
Yeah.
I think Capello, and if you ask Ancelotti and Capello, they all love
Sacchi.
That's their guy. That's their guy.
Their football is Sacchi, basically.
I think they played. I think Ancelotti played under him, didn't he?
Yeah. The first couple European Cups, he was part of that team.
Yeah, that's their guy. He's the godfather. He's the godfather. Yeah, he's definitely the godfather of the way Italian football went, and the tactical side of the game. It was like it was like playing chess with human beings as the pieces.
Yeah,
that's what it was. And look, it's an art on its own. It might not be the most beautiful thing to watch, but it is art. The way he did it, in the way he got players to play that way. Didn't they go a season only conceding 8 goals once or something like that?
Yeah,
and hit the record.
and do you want me to say this? People talk about Pep Guardiola with Cruyff. Did you know that Jurgen Klopp's main guy that he took inspiration from was obviously Wolfgang Frank from Mainz, but it was also Sacchi.
Yeah, he loved Sacchi.
So
I think they had they were quite close, weren't they? Spoke quite a bit.
Yeah, they were.
No, that's Klopp's idol.
And the whole idea of gegenpressing was actually from Sacchi's ideology of football.
Yeah, it's gegenpressing.
Yeah.
It's compact gegenpressing, ain't it? From the back to the front. You defend from the front, you don't defend from your defence. That's what Sacchi's thinking. Talking about Klopp, I had this thought earlier. I think if Liverpool don't make the Champions League, Klopp becomes Liverpool manager.
Again.
Because I think Liverpool struggle to get. I think because I've got a feeling 2 out of 3 of the top guys at the club are going to leave in the summer.
So this is what I thought. I think if 2 of the 3 top guys leave, I think Klopp comes in.
Yeah, so do I.
It's too much change. Look, and obviously, I said this on Hassam's channel, and I got a little bit of stick for it. I think if we had someone like Maldini as our technical director, I think it would work.
Yeah. Okay. So look at it. I saw a rumor about Max Herballs as well.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Jim. He doesn't have a lot of fond words to say about us. He doesn't like us.
See, I feel like Liverpool got the problem is if they let all 3 go in I think FSG wants to keep Michael Edwards. Yeah, he's their guy, they trust him. Yeah. But Michael Edwards doesn't want to do like a sporting director role anymore. Right? They might keep him on as the CEO of football, right? And overseer of everything. I think there's legs in the Saudi links with
yeah.
So I think it's definitely legs there on that. Yeah, because we want to keep things flowing and do the transfer business that we need to do. And you need people in that knows how the club runs. I wouldn't be surprised if they just give Julian Thingy back his job, sporting director.
Or Julian Ward.
Yeah, because he's still at the club, and he's working with Edwards, ain't he? So it's him. It's him and the Portuguese guy. What's his name? The one we brought in, and what's his name? It's going at my head now. Brought me in from Benfica a couple of summers ago.
Oh, what's his damn name? He was meant to do the Portuguese thing, wasn't he?
It's the three of them working together. Ward, Edwards, and I can't remember his name now. But they're the three that work together.
Pedro Marquez.
Pedro Marquez, that's it. So all three of them guys work together, and they're in charge of looking for a co-ownership, like co-club thingy, alternatives and all that. But that FSG have hit that on the head now. I did a video this the other day about this situation, and I got a feeling FSG are not completely happy about the situation and might be looking to change things around this summer. I think they're looking at it to change things around. I think they're going and looking at it now like things are getting a bit out of hand here. We need to change the Liverpool, because the thing is, I always said this about FSG. They're going to stay nice and calm, yeah, till money starts disappearing. And you're telling me Adidas ain't got a deal with Liverpool where they got to be in the Champions League every year?
Oh yeah.
The sponsorships. Liverpool get sponsorships every fucking day by the look of it. Every week we got a new sponsorship. Yeah. I think the Google sponsorship is massive, by the way. That's bringing a lot of income. Obviously Adidas sponsorship. They're probably going to look at that and think, if we don't get Champions League, if we're out of Champions League next season, we need a whole change. And that's why I'm wondering if they do let him go now and just bring Stevie in as a part-time basis till the end of the season. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they're really looking at it, because it's everyone's turned now. I was watching Red Men TV earlier. They've all turned now. They want him gone. I was like, Anfield Wrap, they want him gone. We all want him gone. The fans are bored at the stadiums. The away fans want him gone. He's lost everyone. If he's still here after international break, then the club are fucked up. They're completely fucked up. And I'm going to start blaming them more than the other slot.
Yeah. Because this is the perfect time now. International break. Perfect time for a new manager to come in and at least gain a rapport with the players, understand what's going on, and trying to build the team up again. That's just what's missing. And this is the perfect time, giving a manager, just interim manager, a 2-week period just to get to know the players and get them back into the swing of things. That's just the main thing.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I think you can get quite a low points this year to get Champions League football as well.
Oh yeah,
because everyone keeps losing. Because Villa keep losing, Liverpool keep losing, Chelsea keep losing. You got Everton and Brentford are 3 or 4 points behind as well. But are they going to win?
Dropping points as well?
Yeah, so are they going to win every game? Probably not. They're going to drop points here and there. 66 points could get you Champions League football.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Quite comfortably.
That's crazy. I remember you'd have to get about 70 points to get top 4, top 5.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot less.
Yeah.
I really do. It's poor, man. I'm so had enough now. I'm depressed.
I'm at a point where I can't. I told the people earlier. I can't. I don't have the energy to just shout at the team now. I'm tired.
No.
I had my rant the other day because more is more aimed at the board rather than everyone else. It was mainly aimed at the board. But now I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm going to be saying the same thing. Do you know what I said to the people? I feel sorry for them because probably all the Liverpool content creators are going to be copy and pasting what they said the week before and the week before that. There's nothing new to say. There's nothing new to say.
Nothing, man. Nothing. Look, it's just he looks like he can't motivate players, and that's a big problem. The players don't look like they know what they're doing. They don't understand the style. They don't know if they're meant to keep the ball, knock the ball long, play the ball short, play the ball out wide, play narrow, play quick, play slow. They don't know, man. They don't know if they should go back to the goalkeeper, play out from the back anymore. What is our structure? How do we play? I don't know, man. Like, I always go back to the first game of the season against Bournemouth, yeah. When we played with this over-attacking style, yeah. And we played really quickly, really fast, over-attacking style, yeah. And we played with a lot of risk, yeah. And then Carragher gave Slot like a beat down live, didn't he? Saying, you can't play like this, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't play like this. Which is funny, by the way, because Carragher did an article yesterday or the day before saying you shouldn't moan about how teams play if it's successful. Right. And then he's like Slot off on opening day, which is a bit hypocritical. But
yeah.
But you're looking at it, he's right. And then from then, you know, we changed the way we played again. It's like, oh, I play like this now. Now I'm going to play all my midfielders and be really defensive minded and not even score any goals. And we only scored 50 goals this season or something great like
that. In the league, we've only scored 50 goals, but check this out. We've conceded 42 goals this season.
Yeah, that's terrible, man.
So if I'm going to discount the bottom three, only Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Leeds, Bournemouth, Newcastle, and United have conceded more goals than us, and about half of them are in the from 17th to 15th.
We're going to concede 50 goals by the end of the season, aren't we?
I know. And we're probably going to score around about 60 to 70 goals. Absolute push.
I don't see us. What we got left? 7 Premier League games?
70, yeah, even 70 is a bit of a tough ask. In 7 games, score 20 goals. That's almost 2 in the big.
So if say we score 2 goals a game in the next 7 matches, that's 14 goals.
Yeah.
That's 64 goals in the season. That is shocking.
We bought £250 million worth of attacking talent. Sorry, £350 million worth.
And don't know how to attack. How do we not know how to attack?
I don't know.
All we're down is Trent and Diaz, really, who were first team regulars last season.
Yeah.
Now we can't attack. I don't get it, man. I don't. And do you know what's mad? Today was the first game where I actually missed Mo Salah this season.
Bro?
I was like, do you know what? I know Mo's been shit all season. But I really missed him today. Because you know what it shows? Even though Mo's crap, he occupies players, man.
It's not even that, Jay. It's the fact that I know Mo Salah will be making the forward runs.
He'll try and make a run, yeah, so he can play the pass. Yeah. And we're playing this style with this box midfield or diamond midfield. So he's got to be in front of goal. So he's got to get shots off.
Literally.
Today was the first time this season I'm like, shit. Yeah, we actually missed Mo today. We really did. Unfortunately, hopefully he's back after the international break.
100%. 100%.
And Ekitike's all right, so.
Yeah, I think it may be just a dead leg, but we'll just have to wait and see on that, man. We just have to wait and see on that. Question from Manuel. Jamie, you're right, mate. You look as if you'd have just woken up from having a nap.
No, I'm all right. I'm good.
Michael, I'm checking my Twitter, bro. I haven't got anything sent over from you. If you could just quickly do it again, that'd be great. If you're still here, bro, just send it over again.
You know the weird thing on Twitter I find sometimes? People that follow me, yeah, like sometimes go, I tweeted you about something, Jay, and I look at it and it that my app don't come up
Neither do. Yeah.
sometimes. So sometimes when you go onto their profile, you see the tweet they sent you in your app. But like, I don't know what Twitter's shit, man. It doesn't work properly.
Elon.
Nothing works properly, guys.
Yeah. These are quotes from Honest Slots press conference. I really don't want to read it, but I think I have to do it for the people, for Jamie as well. What went wrong? Started with the build-up of the game, and so many times when we had a good game, when we think we can bring that level to the next game, we had Mo Salah injured, Allison injured, and after 2 minutes, Hugo Ekitike is out. That's happened so many times this season, and also what happened is the first chance of the other team went in. Brighton deserved to win if you only look at the second half.
Oh my god! We've had full strength teams and still played shit this season.
No.
It's just I can't be doing the excuses no more. We bought a good number 2 in Marmadashvili for a good lot of money for a goalkeeper. It shouldn't be an excuse. That is not a problem for me. The Addison and Marmadashvili thing. Salah not being available, you play Godi Gakpo, and that shouldn't be a problem with Ekitike. Yeah, Ekitike gets injured, so what do? You bring a midfielder on that makes no sense and eliminates a goal threat, where you could bring on Rio and give us a goal threat.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just someone who knows how to run. Like Chiesa will make the run off the ball. Yeah, it might not be the quickest anymore, but it'll make a run off the ball. Yeah, so you stretch. Rio will stretch the opposition by making runs off the ball. What we did, bringing Curtis Jones on, you're just playing a 5-a-side game in the middle of midfield with no finisher. So it can look pretty, but you got no one to put the ball in the back of the net with. So we sacrifice goal threats. It's excuse after excuse after excuse, man. It annoys me now. And the other excuse I heard today is him saying about we find it hard to play twice a week. Do you know how much that drives me nuts? Man, why can't we play twice a week? Why do we look dead as a bunch of as a team play twice a week? We look dead.
Fitness.
Where's our fitness? Where's our fitness, man?
What happened to the bleep test? What happened to the oxygen test as well, man?
I don't know what he does in training. Is there a person saying Williams on Twitter that's been talking about it? He's quite in the know apparently, and he said when he leaves and you get a new manager and you watch the players what they say about training. It looks like they don't do anything in training, Ram. It looks like they just jog about. They should not be doing anything tactical in training no more. For the rest of the season, they should just be doing fitness work.
So we don't do rondos, we don't do fitness tests, we don't do any tactical tests. So they just do kickabout. They're just a kickabout.
Just
like a 5-a-side goals kickabout.
That's what I'm saying. Forget about doing tactical work. Just do fitness work for the rest of the season. Getting ready for next year, man. Getting ready for next year.
Yeah.
Be up, Mike. I got your DM, man.
Here it is. Oh yeah, tried to DM, but it doesn't go through. I DM Jamie as well. Okay. Fucking hell. I thought I ended this shit, man.
Right, I got it. On the slot.
Now go on, Jay. Go. We'll go.
Shall I read it? Yeah. Arnold Slot says here, nobody in England is used to the fact there are clubs that are selling players. So usually in England, when a club is buying, it's already adding to a great squad they have. But this club have a different model. He's blaming the ownership. Nobody wants to see and nobody wants to understand it. Certain pundits don't want to tell you that we sold 300 million. No, we sold 200 million. If the 150 million player is not available, that's already one thing. If the owner is not available, that's another thing. If Frimpong is recently much more available, Marmadashvili is another signing. It makes complete sense. When you win the league, last season you spent 150 million, not 450 million. Oh, this cunt. Sorry. The expectations are high at our club. We are looking at the situation and the things we had, the challenges we had in the season. We might be a bit more realistic as to why this season has gone like this, but it's still not good enough. No matter how many excuses I come up with, it's still not good enough. So now he's sort of having a poke at the ownership. Was he saying this in the summer, guys?
Oh no!
I'm just asking everyone in the chat right now. Was Arne Slot mentioning any of this in the summer? Don't think so. We can't keep. Yes, we know we've got a small squad. Yes, we sell players, man. It's just, yeah, we work like that. I swear in the summer, he was praising how the club work. And now he's sort of having a little dig. You know why he's having a little dig, Ram? He's getting his things in before they give him the boot.
Yeah.
He's getting all his excuses in. So when he gets the boot, he's going to be like, look, there's not much I could have done. We did all we could with that squad. The thing is, though, he's had Virgil, Canate, Kerkez, Robbo, all available most of the season. Frimpong and Gomez have, only been unavailable together once, I believe, this season. But most of the time, one of them is available. Grab Birch has been available all season. Callis has been available most of the season. Curtis Jones has been available most of the season. Wirtz has been available. I think he only had one injury where he was out for 2 weeks, but that's normal. He's been available for the majority of the season. Gakpo's been available majority of the season. Salah's been available majority of the season. Ekatike has been available for the majority of the season. Mohamed Dashid has been available. Isaac unfortunately broke his leg. It is what it is. But Chiesa's been available all season, chooses not to play him. Rio's been available all season, chooses not to play him. Trey Neone's been available all season, decides not to play him. And the list goes on. It's bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? There's been players. Endo's been available all season until he played him and got injured, yeah? Endo could have come in and done a job.
No.
It's all, Ram, it's just excuse after excuse, man.
Well, you can't do anything.
We haven't got Arsenal squad. No one has at the moment. They've got the best squad in Europe, probably. But no one else is using it as an excuse but us. Would he be saying this if we were second and we just ran out close to Arsenal? I doubt it.
No. He'd probably be like, we would say we missed out on one extra more signing. I think one more signing would have done the business for us. Maybe something like that. But wouldn't be complaining about, we hadn't had this player injured or this player injured or this player out and everything like that. I think it's crazy what he said. It's absolute craziness.
Klopp lost the whole defence.
To be fair to him, he also had a little bit of a dig at the owners being like, well, stop asking me.
That was a fair dig because he had no centre-backs. So it's a fair dig, yeah? Virgil out for the year, Matip out for the year, Joe Gomez out for the year. Already sold Lovren, weren't it? We had no centre-backs, yeah? I think Trent got an injury that season as well. He missed a few games.
Fabinho got injured for a bit.
Yeah, Addison got injured. We missed, vital first-team players, yeah?
Yeah.
And, he had to bring Stefan Bajcetic in and give him game time when Fab was injured. Then he had to bring in,
Nat Phillips.
He brought in Nat Phillips. Would Arne Slot get Champions League football with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams as his centre backs?
Hell no. Hell no. The fact that I think that's an achievement in itself. Getting Champions League football with Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, who right now Nat Phillips doesn't even start for Celtic, and Reece Williams is still with the under-21s, bro.
And as Fozzie said, we actually finished third that season. Because remember, the last 10 games of the season, we drew 2 and won 8.
Yeah.
We went on a great run and finished the season off so well, it catapulted our quadruple effort the following season. That's how well we ended the season. So it's just bullshit, man. Can't stand it.
Shankly said it right here. Anfield sector, Liverpool have been outrun in 26 of their 30 Premier League games this season.
Do you know the quadruple chasing season 22? I saw a stat earlier said we got outrun in 26 out of 30 games in that season as well.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. Someone put a stat up today on Twitter about it. I've not fact checked it, but he put it up. And a lot of people commenting underneath that tweet were going, yeah, that's true. But
I'm actually gonna fact check this.
That team was built different, though, man. Everyone forgets that. We have 5 forwards that season, all top quality.
Yeah, to be fair, Liverpool were outrunning 26 out of 38 Premier League games in the 2021-22 season. They got 92 points that season. In that season, we had Thiago and Fabinho,
and Mane and Diaz and Gakpo, Salah and Bobby.
when everyone were playing low block against us, trying to stop us from scoring, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, because they saw that attack. Well, fuck that.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Trent and Robbo just bombing it down still.
Yeah.
Take me back, man. Take me back.
Jamie, we couldn't beat a low block this season. We couldn't beat a mid block this season. No, we lost to low block this season. We lost to mid blocks this season. And for the first time, we lost to a high line this season. Yeah. We lost to every type of defensive structure this season.
Yeah.
We are so cooked.
It's bad. It's like, look, there was a couple of years where we didn't finish well with Jurgen, right? We lost games and stuff like that, right? But I was never bored. That's the difference. I was never bored. We still tried to play till the final whistle, even if we lost. Right? We're in the pandemic. We lost 6 home games in a row. Yeah, no one remembers it because no fans were there, and no one really cared. Let's face it, no one really cared in the pandemic about it, right? But I still weren't bored. Do you know what I mean? I weren't sitting there bored out my skull. I'm bored watching Liverpool round. That's the difference there.
Yeah,
I'm bored. I could still, but do you know the thing with Klopp's teams? He always finished the season well.
Yeah, we're not going to finish this season well.
Even if we had a bad spells, he always tried to finish the season off well. You know, and look, in Klopp's last year, it didn't finish off so well, and that's fair enough, right? We understand the situation, right? But we did finish 3rd. We got to remember that, yeah. And
82 points as well.
82 points, finishing 3rd, and we had a shitload of injuries. We had a massive injury list, and we won the League Cup with kids. So he still picked up a trophy, finished 3rd, and finished on 82 points. So it set everyone up for the following season.
By the way, Jay, you could argue that last run of the season weren't Klopp's fault. How many times we had so many chances to win that game and we didn't win?
Yeah, players didn't put the ball in the back of the net enough, did they?
I think we were missing Jota a lot.
Yeah, I think he had a big injury that year, didn't he?
Yeah,
is that the year of his back?
No, it was the year it was against Brentford. Someone landed on his knee.
That's it, the knee one. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was out for a long time. And the one thing we lacked was clinical edge.
We had a lot of injuries that year, didn't we?
Yeah.
A lot of injuries.
I think a lot of them were impact injuries. That was the worrying bit. It wasn't because of muscle; it was impact. Like Grav got injured in the League Cup final. Obviously, Jota with that injury. I think also didn't Soboslai have an impact injury as well?
Yeah, and as A9 says, that was the year we had a whole new midfield.
Yeah.
So Slot had his midfield for years, yeah. And then he still got to 82 points with a brand new midfield that year. And Grav
recognized DM.
Yeah, and Grav got injured that season as well, remember? So it was, and he still won the League Cup with kids and got 82 points. I was never bored, Ram. It's still a thrilling ride. I'm bored shitless now. Bored shitless. Liverpool are not a good team to watch. In fact, I'd say we're the worst big team to watch in the league.
Exactly.
From an entertainment standpoint. Even Man United are better than watching us. Do you know how bad that is?
That's the feel-good factors back there, man. Michael Carrick.
By just changing the manager, look what happens.
Yeah, I said this on the terrace. I told Terry this: if you get Michael Carrick, you will start to enjoy life at Man United. You will love it because the feel-good factor's back. You got a safe pair of hands who knows the club, steady the ship, all that kind of stuff. And look where they are; they're 3rd in the league. Even when they play poorly, they still get results.
Yeah, because they feel good about themselves.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Wake up in the morning enjoying playing football, enjoying training. Are our players waking up every morning enjoying going training?
So there's a lot. I don't even know.
So, you know what I'm saying?
It's like they have the alarm clock and they just hit snooze as much as possible until they realize. Yeah.
Can't be bothered, man. Can't be bothered.
Let's get to some of these comments, man. Big up Manuel, bro. Arrigo Sacchi was a genius at AC Milan. Hullet, Van Basten, Rijkaard. Yes, the Dutch Trinity at Milan set the stage for a dominant team, man.
Do you know what's amazing about Dutch players? Yeah, Dutch players built destinies at AC Milan and Barcelona and Ajax. Yeah, them three massive clubs, but these same players couldn't win anything internationally.
That's the crazy thing.
Apart from obviously the 88 euros, but apart from that, you know. But when you look at the Barcelonas, you look at the Ajaxes, you look at the AC Milans, their core players were all Dutch at that time, you know, and like they didn't like each other.
That's how they saw football, man. The funny thing is, the only time they actually won anything was Dutch players when they actually won something. Was when they actually liked each other. Like Rijkaard, Hullet, and Van Basten, they all loved each other.
Yeah, that's crazy, them three pals.
Yeah, best friends, man, best friends. And funny enough, they all didn't come from the same thing. I think didn't Hullet come from PSV and Rijkaard and Van Basten came from Ajax. Man. Again, man management. Arrigo Sacchi, man management. Nice. 50-year-old, big up drum. 50. Oh no, 50-year-old Milner has more testosterone than our Italian team, bro.
Yeah, he does. Because he's a band man, ain't he?
Yeah.
We just
imagine if he goes back to Access Training Ground and sees the coffee bar.
Was he there when it first opened?
Nah, he probably wouldn't have been. Because it's relatively new, isn't it? The coffee bar.
I can't remember.
It was there from last season, no?
Was it Klopp's last season they built it?
No, I think it was Slot's first season they built it.
Can't remember. I know I hate it because that's all I fucking see. When they do videos or photos at AXA about trading, what's the first thing they always go to, man? Because it's straight. It's as you open the AXA doors, it's there, ain't it? It's where you meet and greet everyone, and you see them all sitting around drinking their espressos. And I'm like, what are we doing? And we've got trading to go to, boys.
Literally, man. Literally. Did you really need a coffee break? What are we doing?
No, it was built in Slot's first season. Oh, fuck. Yeah. The Slot's to blame, man. Fuck him, man.
Big up Beans on Toast, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. Hope you're doing well.
Big up, man. Big up.
No, here's saying our problem is we go back to the goalkeeper too much, just inviting too much pressure. I hear it.
Yeah. Then we forget this goalkeeper's got a left foot and not a right foot.
Oh, I think there was one time this game where someone actually did that. Thought it was Allison and played it with his right, and it was like, oh.
It just drives me crazy, man. He's left-footed, yeah. He's literally left-footed. Like we stopped playing with right foot again. Look, Mohamed actually comes in for a lot of hate today. I've been looking online. I'm like, apart from, I know the opening goal, he miskicked it towards Konate, yeah, and that starts their attack. But then Konate decides he can't jump for the header at the back post. And then it goes. I don't think he was really to blame for anything. But he has conceded a lot of goal being in Liverpool net, which is an unfortunate thing for him. But I actually think he like I was just about to say, A9 should take the words out of my mouth. I think if Marvin actually went in goal today, we would have lost more.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's a good goalkeeper. He's not Allison, no one is, but I actually think he's a good goalkeeper, man. But our defenders keep forgetting he's left-footed and put it on his right foot all the time, and then he has to sort of like try and get it back onto his left foot and dig it out. It's just the fact that our left back has been our best player for 2 games in a row.
That's
his goal today is beautiful. Beautiful goal today.
He was our best striker today, Jay.
He made some great runs, by the way.
Exactly. That's why I say he was our best striker today. Literally our best striker. Our best striker was our left back.
So, did you hear them rumours about what Real Madrid are apparently offering Canate?
Go on.
£14 million a year.
£40 million a year.
Which is close to what Virgil gets. I think it's what Virgil gets.
270. It's almost like 270 grand.
Yeah. I just I'm not. Yeah, 14 million, not 40 million. No, not 40 million. 14. Yeah. I just. Look, it's people that follow me and know me knows that I'm not a massive fan of Ibu. Right. I respect the guy because I respect all players. But my God, the thing with Ibu, Ram, when he's shocking, he's shocking.
Oh, the Bozo's there. Bozo's
what
big.
I mean? Like, he's got, like, Kanate's either, when he's good, he's fucking good, ain't he? But when he's bad, he is proper bad. There's no in between with Ibu, is there? There's no where he can just have an average game.
It's like watching. I know people are not going to like what I say. It's like watching Upamecano. It's like watching Upamecano for France and Upamecano for Bayern. They're the exact same.
It's just. Oh, Ibu, man. Look, I'm not saying Virgil's obviously blameless for anything, but I think what we're seeing is that Virgil at his age now can't bail out a lot of the players like he used to. And that's the issue. And I think that's been strikingly obvious now.
Yeah. Yes. Big up Jamie and Ram. It's about time we replace Slot with Alonso, and that will give Alonso time for the players to get used to his system since the preseason is short because of the World Cup.
This is what I think my owners have got to think about. Because there's no turnaround in the World Cup. There's no preseason.
It's straight.
You have the World Cup. All the top players you want to buy or are at your clubs are all going to be in the World Cup till probably the late stages. Yeah. Come back. They're going to have a holiday. They're going to go away for a week to 10 days, 2 weeks. They're going to come back. What, the end of July?
Yeah.
Like what we like. It's you need a manager in now so he can put his. So if you've got Alonso in now, right? So this international break, say on Tuesday, Wednesday, we're getting the news, breaking news, Arne Slot's been sacked, yeah? And Alonso comes in, yeah? What Alonso does, he doesn't do any tactical work. He doesn't do any of that. Just pure fitness. Just pure fitness now till the end of the season, getting them ready for the following season, and then seeing what he likes and what he doesn't like. And that's what you do. And then your manager's been in and he can do his pre-season plan. Otherwise, you've got to get a manager who's got to do his pre-season plan straight away. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
That's why it makes no sense that letting him go in the summer because of the World Cup. It makes zero sense. Let him go now while there's an international break.
Exactly.
And we could have a little bounce because we come back to 2 massive games.
And we could potentially salvage something from this season.
Yeah, because we got City in the FA Cup on Easter Saturday, and then on the Tuesday we've got PSG. You could get that bounce, that energy, that like. Can you imagine Can you imagine Anfield of Alonso's in the dugout?
Oh, you'll hear his name sung so many times.
Like the fan base would just be so hype because it's a player. It's a person they know. He knows the city. He knows the players. He knows about the club. He's delivered for the club. He's won a Champions League for the club as a player. So he would just fit straight in there and just get on with it, man. I'm telling you, I think Alonso's just waiting to get the phone call.
Yeah.
I think he's literally just waiting to get the phone call. And if we've not even spoke to his agent yet, then I don't know what we're doing.
And I feel like Alonso, right? I think he's smart enough to understand that his style of just complete control football may not work for Liverpool because he knows the club. Obviously, this is highly hypothetical. Maybe I might be completely wrong or I might be completely right. But I feel as though with someone like him who knows the club will know what Liverpool would tick and what's best for Liverpool in terms of the fans and what they would buy into.
Yeah,
So he wouldn't be full control. It'd be a little bit of like what Klopp did, but with a form of measure, which I think we're all looking for at the same time. And is he capable of doing it? Of course he is. He did it. He did it at times with Leverkusen. Like he says it all the time. Germany taught him a lot. Spain's taught him a lot, and England's taught him a lot. And he's tried to bring it into his management.
yeah. And Real Madrid was never going to work because he weren't allowed to do it the way he wants to do it.
Yeah.
Liverpool will give him that. Liverpool, we know that. Liverpool will give Alonso the time to mould his team how he wants to mould it. He'll be allowed to do it at Liverpool. Will he be allowed to do it at Bayern Munich? Maybe. He's never going to be able to do it at Real Madrid. Too much player power. Well, it's very obvious Alonso didn't see a future of Vinny Jr. at Real Madrid with him in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And player power takes over, man. Now look at Vinny. Vinny's playing like, too many sport kids, man.
Yeah.
And I think at Liverpool he just gets respect to players. And you know what? I think Alonso gives Trainee only a chance as well.
I think he gives a lot of players a chance, bro.
Because I think he's going to look at Trey, because I think there's something about Trey that I actually really like when I watch him play, because Trey looks very comfortable on the pitch when he plays. He looks like if you ask me, he looks like a first teamer.
The only problem with Trey is probably his physicality. But again, I saw Curtis Jones bulk up in one summer. Trey can do the same thing.
Exactly. You just put him on a strict diet and get him in the gym in the summer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
I think Trey, Rio, like A9 says, I think they all he comes in, they all play, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So I'm talking about, lads. With Klopp, we knew we'll come back next season, but this time we won't. We're in the mud.
Yeah, I don't see us improving even with new players next season.
Yeah.
I don't see us improving, guys. I just don't. The optimism's gone in our fan base now. They just don't believe it.
It's like what Emmanuel says. Arbeloa is just a yes man. Like he said it publicly. He doesn't do a lot of tactic work. He just basically, just lets them play what they want to do what they want to do. Yeah. Dean says here, Anfield will go wild if Alonso comes in. Immediate manager bounce, 100%.
Oh yeah, big up Dean.
I guarantee you, if someone sees both sees Alonso, his wife, and his kids in Liverpool, he'll be welcomed back home, like as if he's one of Liverpool, man.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
Did you see Peter Crouch's podcast with Danny Dyer and what's going around? What he said today about supporting your local side?
Nah, I haven't. What did he say?
So basically, he's saying he understands you supporting a club that you might not be your local side, that's your club, but you'll never understand the passion of that city and that club because you're not from there. And he doesn't understand why you don't support your local side.
What's your thoughts on it?
I understand what you're saying. Look, I'm not going to have... Look, I've supported Liverpool. I'm 44, and I've supported Liverpool since 1989. So... I've obviously supported Liverpool longer, and some Scousers have supported Liverpool, yeah? And I put a lot of money, time, and effort into my football club. Look, my wife will tell you, when Liverpool lose, I'm an arsehole to be around, yeah? It's my passion and my love, yeah? It's like my family and my wife, and then Liverpool. It's literally like, it's almost neck and neck. But I'm not going to understand... I'm not going to understand as much as a Scouser is because they're from the city. Because he was talking about when you get a Southern Liverpool fan and a Southern Man United fan talking about a rivalry. He said, how can you be talking about a rivalry when you're from the South? You don't know what it's like to be from Liverpool, Manchester, and the real feelings that they have. So I do get that. I do understand that point of it. But I still feel like a club chooses you. You don't choose a club. A club just calls you, and and you spend that club's yours forever.
Yeah, that didn't happen with me. My if you ever meet my uncle basically said, I failed with my two nieces and nephews. I wasn't going to fail with my other two nieces and nephew. And basically that's how me and my sister became Liverpool fans, because of him.
Well, look. At the end of the day, that's mostly what happens in football, ain't it?
Yeah.
You either support the club that you either support the club that's your local club where you're from, or you support your dad's club. Usually, that's usually the case, or in your case, your uncle's club. Yeah. So that's usually the case. That my old man supports Liverpool. Guess what? I support Liverpool as well. Don't matter where I'm from. It's just ingrained in me to support it because it's the only team I watched growing up as a kid. My dad's not going to sit there and watch any other club, especially in the 80s. There was only there were 4 TV channels.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you had to watch. So Liverpool was a major club. He watched Liverpool. I'm watching Liverpool with him. I become a massive Liverpool fan. He buys me the merchandise. He takes me to games. And that's it. It's inbred in me. You don't leave that. That's your club. I don't wake up 20 years later and go, you know what? Because I'm not from Liverpool and I ain't got that attachment, I'm not going to support them no more. I'm going to go and support Millwall now. Man, Jamie being a Millwall fan. You know, man.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, so, I understand it from the point of view that, you know, because we're not from Liverpool. We're maybe not going to think how maybe Tom thinks because he's a Scouser and he's in the city. But I don't mean we haven't all got the same love for the same football club.
Yeah.
And the same passion. And none of us change, man. Look, people forget we've gone through Liverpool through the shit. You know, we ain't changing. We're sitting through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we went through the 90s and Man United winning everything. We had to sit through it.
90s, 2000s, and the early 2010s. It's hard, man. But
it's what it is, man.
It's what it is. It's what it is. Thoughts on this, Jamie? Has anyone talked about Chiesa getting called up for Italy, and he's apparently accepted it as well?
Don't blame him. He just wants to play football.
Yeah.
Also, he's probably going over there to get some. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going over there and his agent's over there talking to some clubs.
Football clubs, yeah. I'm not surprised as well. It's a shame. If he was just given a little bit more trust, I think he would have been a very useful player for us this season. But just once you destroy someone's confidence, you're never going to get it back, man. You're never going to get it back.
The fact, how many 90 minutes in almost 2 seasons has Chiesa actually played?
3 or 4. Even when we have to play him, you don't play him. That's a crazy thing, man. It's a crazy thing.
It's just. But Cody Gakpo plays how many?
Don't get me started.
Are we all seriously saying right now, live on the Ram stand, are we all saying that Cody Gakpo is a better footballer than Chiesa?
People forget how much of a wonder Chiesa was. You know, Chiesa was one of the youngest ever captains for Fiorentina.
Yeah. Look, before Chiesa had that major knee injury, in that Euros, he was arguably the best winger in the world.
You know, it was a dream at one point to get Chiesa.
Yeah, but everyone says it's going to cost you 100 million. Yeah. Right? And obviously, because he had the knee injuries, his fall went out the window. We got him for 13 million or whatever it was. But, you know, you can't tell me in the last 2 seasons, especially this season, Chiesa wouldn't give you just a little bit more than Cody Gakpo. You can't tell me. You can't tell me Chiesa's that bad. I'm not going to hear it.
Problem is, you would never know unless you find out or when you please see the guy play, and you just don't. And I'll say this though, Jay, and I don't like doing this, but I have to say it. Jurgen Klopp would have given him a chance.
If Klopp would have been playing Rio by now.
That's true.
You know, I mean, Rio would have played under Jurgen by now.
Yeah. I think at the start of the season, if Chiesa did that for Klopp, I think Klopp would be starting him week in, week out.
Definitely. There's some of these players. Bobby Clark played games for Liverpool under fucking Jurgen Klopp. Do you imagine what Rio would be doing now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bobby Clark, 7% played games.
James McConnell
played games under Jurgen Klopp. The weird thing about James McConnell is actually Scott's favourite one out of the youth team. I don't know if people know that.
That's the crazy thing, yeah.
But yeah, like Klopp pinpointed Trent in the academy, and as soon as the injury decline happened, he got him in and never looked back.
Mm-hmm.
You Klopp likes youth. He's known for it, bringing you through.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Rio have started so many games this season. If Klopp was in charge, so would a Trey, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Graham Birch was Klopp's kind of midfielder.
I don't think Klopp knew he could. I don't think Klopp believed he could do what a DM would want. What he wanted a DM, and it was a bit of a shame because it would have been interesting to see how Graham would have looked in that DM position.
I don't think Klopp quite trusted it, man. Did he?
Yeah, I think he really wanted either McAllister there or Fabinho there. That's that's the thing. And D says here, if it's true, I didn't choose Liverpool. Liverpool chose me. I was the first in my family to choose Liverpool. My family are West Ham and Arsenal fans. Exactly, man. Sometimes you don't have a choice. It's either you've been brought into supporting a football club or it just chooses you, man.
Yeah, and I think Dean's similar age to me. I think I don't want to age Dean, obviously, but I think we're in that similar age bracket. Like, and Fozzie as well. We're all in that similar age bracket, and when you're watching Liverpool back then, you're drawn to him because you're seeing this. People forget how much technical ability and flair Liverpool used to have in the 80s. All right, in the mid to late 80s, from like 87 to 1990. Like Liverpool's flair was off the charts. Peter Beardsley and Ian Rush and John Aldridge just doing bits up front. John Barnes on the wing, Ray Atton on the other wing. Yeah. Steve McMahon and Mulby in the middle of midfield. Right.
We wanted to try and sign Michael Laudrup, bro.
We had flair and technical ability. We played like a proper, international, like Brazilian side at times. We were quality on the eye. And when you're watching that as a kid, you're just drawn to that. Like, it's like, whoa, you're just drawn to it. It's like when you watch Brazilian, like, I'm English, I'm from England, right? I don't really follow the national team like that in football. I follow the national team in cricket and things like that. But when it comes to football, I don't really. I think too much politics gets in the way of me enjoying English football. But when I watch the Brazilians or the Dutch or things like that, I'm drawn to it, and I'm like, I follow them. But you get drawn to things, man. Watch him. Yeah, it was like watching Brazil back then, 87, 88, 89, 90. It was just, and people forget, Alan Hansen was like one of the most technically gifted centre-backs ever, right? He was just beautiful to watch as well. And, Steve Nicol would score about 15 goals a season as a fullback. You just had it. Bruce Grobler was as flary as a goalkeeper that you could get.
He was a madman in goal.
So it just draw you. Like, as a kid watching that, you're just drawn to it. And like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's true, man. That's the thing. And even when I started supporting Liverpool at the time, it was like the mid 2000s, right? Obviously forced upon by my uncle, but like Luis Garcia was there. Steven Gerrard obviously was the main guy. Like we had, there was still some form of flair. Xabi Alonso was obviously there as well. Risa, a very attacking fullback at the time, who actually played well, to be fair, when I started watching, he was a left midfielder at the time, and my uncle would always say he's a fullback. And it's like,
yeah, right. Risa was good.
Yeah, it's just we had so many. Jersey Dudek as well. Dudek was a bit mad himself. Wouldn't say he was of the world class quality, but he still was a madman at the time. So there was always something.
Do you know when we bought Dudek? I don't know if a lot of people knew this, but when we bought Jersey Dudek, sorry, he was rated as the #1 keeper in the world at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he actually?
Yeah, he was rated as the #1 keeper in the world when we bought him.
Well, ahead of what's his name? Or ahead of Buffon.
Yeah, that year, because he was having a good year. Yeah, he was unbelievable. That year we bought him. Yeah, it was rated as the #1 keeper in the world that year. He didn't stay like that, but he was rated. That's why a lot of people liked that signing of Dudek at the time when we did buy him. It was like I remember when we bought Dudek, I was pumped, man. I was proper happy about when we got Dudek. About Shanks, hang on, Jamie, you were drawn to the Dutch. Yeah, not the new Dutch. Not the new Dutch.
He's talking about the days of Dennis Bergkamp, bro.
Yeah, the
Days of
old
Dennis
Dutch. The
Bergkamp,
days
yeah.
are like Bergkamp and Mark Overmars and Clivert and, Rijkaard
The
and
Ball brothers.
the Boer brothers. Yeah, yeah. Even Brian Roy, man.
Yeah, exactly. Even like
Hoydonk.
Van Hooijdonk was another one. Who is there? There was also Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Big up Shanks. Shanks
Yeah.
just pulling my leg, man. He knows.
Question J: what if Arsenal win a treble? It will wipe out our history. We won't wipe out our history. We won't go that far, but it'll hurt.
Well, if they win a domestic treble, they'll be the second team to do it, won't they? But it was Man United who coined the treble in '99. And for some reason, everyone's gone with it now that it has to be Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup.
Yeah.
Liverpool did do a treble in '86, was it?
84.
84, yeah, when we won the League Cup, the league title, and the European Cup.
Yeah.
Which is actually probably harder to do then because you only had the top team in each league to win the European Cup for.
Yeah.
So you can argue it's harder to do that then than it is now.
I don't think if they actually had the same rules back then, they wouldn't have qualified for their treble winning season.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, one of those ones, man. One of those ones. Big up more Arsenal. Spatha like Rams. I hope you're okay after football. He was genuinely bored.
It's mad. I was watching it and I don't know if anyone. I saw Tom in the corner of my eye and I'm like, what the fuck is Tom doing? Right, and Ram and you guys are just talking and about and then Terry bringing up something about he thinks Liverpool beat PSG, like lying, and then it was you. You went, Tom. What? You're right. What are you doing?
I looked at him. I was like, "Yo, are you okay, bro?" I know at the time it looked as though, from what I saw, it looked as though he was shaking. I was like, "Bro, are you having a fit or something?"
Oh, he was shaking, all right. I'm saying that.
I'll say, like, bro. Then I looked at him. He's like, "No, because his eyes are still moving, so he's still like aware."
Yeah, but Ram, he was putting the weirdest facial features. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I was like, "Yeah," and I saw it. Like, looked at him. It's like,
I messaged him earlier. I messaged him earlier, and I went. I just messaged him and went, Tom, mate, next time you're playing PS5, can you have the controller above the desk? And he went, notice for the future. And he went, I've given you plenty of ammo for next time, haven't I?
Yeah, there's gonna be. He's giving himself ammo for the next 2 months, I guarantee you. No, do you know what?
Everyone on Twitter's calling him McCann boy, ain't they?
Yeah. Do you know how many people kept texting me about it, being like, "Yo, what's happened to Tom? What's happened to me?" Like, bro, first of all, am I Tom? Am I like his dad that knows exactly what's going on with him?
So he basically, guys, what he had his controller, but it was here. So when you do it,
it was like here. You have it here,
and he was going like that, and basically that was his face, which didn't help.
Literally going like this. Literally.
Yeah, but if he weren't going like that, it would have been all right.
Yeah.
Tom, in future, Tom, if you're watching, do this. So weird.
Fair to the people. To be fair, he thought he wasn't on stream, so StreamYard's been a bit weird. Hoping to God it stays good like this.
Yeah.
But StreamYard's been a bit weird, where if you leave the studio, you're still on screen, which is crazy. So it's been a bit weird.
So he thought he was in. Yeah, he thought he was in the background.
Yeah, he thought he just left the stream. He thought he left the stream, but he hadn't. Which is
because he couldn't hear you, could he?
Nah, he couldn't. And he was like, because we kept saying Tom, and I think me and Hussam tried to call him, and he answered back, and he was like, "Yo, I'm not on stream. What's up?" He's like, "Yeah, you are on stream. We can still see you." He's like, "Oh shit." He's like, "Bro, I thought I'm on stream. I can't see my tab anymore." And then we end up removing him from there. So yeah, it's just one of those ones. It's just been a crazy moment, man. Hopefully.
Yeah. I wonder. Oh yeah, I wonder if Rosa was watching. She likes old Tom, don't she? I wonder if Rosa was watching. Yeah.
I haven't met Tom in real life. Nah, I don't. I won't do that. I won't do that to Tom. I won't do that.
I bet Tom in real life, yeah.
He's a nice guy, but don't ask him to cook shit for you.
Tom's a lot taller than I thought he was.
Tom Little is not very little at all. I'd say
No,
that.
no.
He's not very little. I've also started this one for you, Jamie. So Ben came up with his like top 5 players this season. He went with Szoboszlai, obviously the first, Ekatike second, Kerkez third, Wirtz is fourth, Rio is fifth. What would you be your top 5 this season?
Ooh, good shout, Ben. I think we've all got spots like one, ain't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ekatike. Yeah, let me think. Yeah, Ekatike's probably going to get 20 goals in all competitions this season. He's on 17 right now. So you got to put him number 2. I think 20 goals in all comps and we're shit.
We can't attack.
How good's Ekatike going to be when we can attack, man?
Yeah. Crazy, isn't
it? So, yeah. Kerkez, I tell you what. Kerkez had a poor start to his Liverpool career, man. Mostly because of the way the manager played him.
Mm-hmm.
But he also was getting used to playing 3 times a week because, as he said, he's never had to do that before. He's never had to play 3 times a week at his young age. Tell you what, right now, he looks like one of the best left backs around right now. He really does. He looks like a superb player. I've already said this. I think the worst player we bought from a technical standpoint this summer was Frimpong.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Kerkez has got to be an exceptional left back. I really do. He's only 21, 22 as well.
Yeah, he's very young. People keep forgetting that.
And by the way, it's not a diss at Frimpong. I like Frimpong. I wouldn't let Frimpong go. I'd still buy a right back in the summer. But Frimpong's an excellent squad addition, by the way. Yeah. We've got a great squad addition. I wouldn't let him go anywhere. Yeah, I don't know if I'd have Wirtz in my top 5, you know. Maybe because he's just pissing me off lately. Rio, I mean, worth a shout. Trying to think who else. I'd put Virgil. I'd still put Virgil in my top 5. I think without Virgil this season, I think we'd be lower in the league personally.
What about Curtis?
Yeah, I'd put Curtis in there as well.
Just a quick fun fact for you, Jay. Hugo Ekatike's XG this season in all comps is around about 15, just under 15 goals.
There's just around it, only overperforming it a little bit.
Yeah, overperforming it a little bit.
And we're not good, and we don't attack with any kind of style. So you think about how good Ekatike could actually be once he's a superstar in the making, man. He seriously is. I'd say I'd do you know what? I'd go Szoboszlai, Ekatike, Kerkez, Virgil, Curtis Jones.
Oh, you wouldn't put Rio up there? Is it too soon? Too soon.
I see how we end the season. If Rio plays more games from now till the end of the season, he might sneak in there.
Yeah.
But let's see how. I think before Slot dropped Curtis for absolutely no reason whatsoever, I think Curtis was actually our best performing midfielder at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
And he linked up nicely with Wirtz on that left-hand side. That triangle of Kerkez, Jones, and Wirtz worked quite well.
It was.
And then for some reason, he went away from it.
Well, McAllister decided he wanted McAllister back in the team, innit? So it was just one of those ones, man. It's just one of those ones.
Yeah.
But people, I appreciate everyone being here. I know it's gone on a little bit longer, but it was actually a very good chat. It was a very, very good chat. Still about 160 people in the chat. Big up everyone that are still here. If you haven't already liked the video, subscribe if you're new. Guys, I'm literally about 63 subscribers away from 1,000.
Oh, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
63. Come on. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're literally on the road to 1. We're nearly there. We're literally touching distance between 1,000 and well, I'm literally 3 away from 950. At least get me to 950 by the end of this stream. At the end of the stream, 950. But I should be on 1,000, guys. Come on, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the subscribers up as well. Big up everyone that's in the chat. Big up Jamie as well, jumping on.
Big up, man.
It's been a bit of a disappointing day for you, bro. Obviously, UFC disappointed, Liverpool disappointed. Just yeah, bro. It's been one of those days.
Oh, it just ruins the weekend. If Arsenal win the League Cup tomorrow as well, it's going to be even worse, ain't it?
Yeah, it's just going to be.
I think it's going to be a good game tomorrow.
I think it's going to be end to end. Very end to end.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a lot in it. I've actually got Arsenal on penalties.
Yeah, I said Arsenal win 2-1 at extra time.
It's going to be tight. The thing is, City's problem is they're too top heavy, ain't they?
Yeah.
If they can get like, fucking tell you that he's out of form, man. Has he only got 2 goals in that open play this in 2026? Ireland.
I think it's one in open play.
Because I know he's got 4 goals, but I think 2 or 3 of them were penalties, weren't they?
Yeah.
It's not good, man.
One in the Prem. I know it's 1 open play goal in the Prem this in 2026. I think might be 2. It would have been 2 because he scored an open goal against Madrid, didn't he?
Yeah, he's due. He's due. I don't get why Pepe played what the system we're playing, because I don't think there's much between City and Liverpool this year. I think the only difference between City and Liverpool this year is at the beginning of the season, they got a bit better firepower than we have up front.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. I think midfield I think both our midfielders and defence needs to work, and we're both leaky.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a good game tomorrow. It would be. I'm not going to lie though. If City win, I ain't going to laugh my ass off.
It's going to be funny because obviously the quad dream is done. Quad dream is done,
and they still can't get a trophy over the line. It'll be hilarious. It'll be hilarious.
It'll be a nice laugh until they win the Premier League title.
Yeah,
if they don't, then no way. I think every Arsenal fan should just deactivate everything they've got. Yeah.
Can you imagine if Arsenal still don't win anything this season? That'd be the funniest thing, man.
I swear, if someone made a bet for it, they'll be the richest man alive. The richest man alive.
Because I think the league's done personally.
Yeah, but, as do I. As do I.
Europe's going to be difficult, man, because if they do get Barcelona in that semi-final, I think Barcelona have the best attack in Europe.
So. Watching Lewandowski play football at the age of 38 is still a joy to watch.
I think they have the best attack in Europe, Barcelona. I really do.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think it just edges Bayern Munich.
Well, for me, they've got the best player in the world at the minute in Lamine Yamal. Yeah. And watching Arsenal, watching Lewandowski play people talk about Haaland obviously being a machine that he is, but when you don't have PMP and you have to rely on technical ability, like Lewandowski, Benzema, Suarez, Kane, they're just different. They're just different gravy, man.
Oh, from a technical standpoint, they're all superior players.
Oh yeah,
they're all superior players.
And that's the big question about Erling Haaland is whether can he play like this at the age of 34, 35 when the PMP's gone?
Not a chance.
That's the thing.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
That's true, Emil. If we did win the quad in 21-22, I wouldn't be pissed about Arsenal doing it as well. That's the thing.
Yeah, because you're the first to do it. When you're the first, it don't matter, does it?
Yeah.
But you never want to be second to anything, do you?
No, you don't. You really don't. You really don't.
It kind of then being. Can you imagine they've done the quad and they've been invincible?
Oh, then that just tops it. That tops it.
They've done everything, to be fair, apart from being Centurions. That'd be the only thing they ain't done.
And won a Champions. They haven't won a Champions League. Well, if they win the quad, then they win the Champions League.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they go. I think look, Liverpool showed how difficult it fucking is. And I'm not lying. I think we can all agree with this. Liverpool's team, maybe not squad, but Liverpool's first 11 was superior to Arsenal's first 11 that year.
Oh, what are we saying? Alisson against Raya. This was Alisson being the top
best in the world.
This was Alisson versus Courtois, both at their primes.
2022 Allison is shit's all overrated now.
Yeah.
No, and then what? Liverpool's attack was Mane, Diaz, and Salah, yeah? And
Yeah.
Jota, and
Yeah.
Bobby
Bobby
was
on the
still there.
bench. Yeah.
Yeah, shit's all over Arsenal's attack.
And then you got, bro, the midfield. The midfield. Fabinho, Thiago, and Henderson.
Yeah, shit's all, yeah. It's so much better. It ain't even right. It's mad. That is the quality, guys. Have you seen what the possible team of the year could be this year in the Premier League? Right. Look at what possible team of the year is this year. Compare it to 3 years ago. The quality is mad. I think I've got it here, Ram. I'll send it to you. The quality is absolutely mad. Let me just find it. I think I sent it adrift. Yeah, there you go. Right. This is one of them, Ram. I'm going to send you this. This is the team of the year that year that we were just talking about. The Premier League team of the year. And then this one is the team that could be now.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to quickly download this.
And then I'm going to give you today's one. The drop in quality is mad.
I know. I guarantee you, people, you're gonna be really gonna be interested in seeing this, man. Get it up here.
And people say the Premier League's not as. People think the Premier League's still as good.
They have no idea. They have no idea. So, guys, if you can still hear us, let me just get the comment out the way. Big up Shankly. So, guys, this is the okay. I don't know why it's decided to do that. Nope, that is not what I want to do. I don't know why it's doing this, but fair enough. It would do for now. So in goal, obviously, I'm going to read it out for you people. In goal is David Raya. David Raya in goal. Nunez at right back. Saliba at centre back. Guehi at left centre back. O'Reilly at left back. DM at Rice. Reece James at centre mid is crazy in my opinion.
I think that would probably be Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yeah, Szoboszlai probably there. Fernandez is at centre mid. Wilson, Semenyo, Thiago. It's all right. It's an all right team, but then look at this team though. Look at this team.
Just look at that 11. Guys, that was a team of the year one about 4 years ago now. The 2022 season. Look at that team. It don't even compare. Look at that midfield. That is arguably the greatest midfield in the world.
A team of Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Rudiger, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Thiago, Bernardo Silva, Mo Salah, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Sadio Mane.
And people try and tell you that, mostly Arsenal fans, but people will try and tell you that the Premier League hasn't dropped in quality, man. There's no drop in quality, apparently. And you forget about the quality players that are left out of that team as well that could have easily got in as well.
Bruno Fernandes wasn't in that team.
No.
I'm actually going to go through the 2021, 2022.
The golfing quality is crazy.
Remember, there's no Harry Kane. No Harry Kane there. No Heung-min Son, who was actually top goal scorer that season. Jamie Vardy was still there. Raheem Sterling was still there.
Yeah.
Mate, James Maddison was having a great season.
Both Arsenal centre-backs are better than them. Than Rudiger and Van Dijk in 2022? Hell no.
I think there's a close conversation between Rudiger and Gabriel because they're both cut from the same cloth. They're both very similar. But Rudiger was immense.
Yeah.
Bro, Ben says it here, Jay. No Thiago Silva.
No, Thiago Silva went in there.
Man.
The golfing quality is crazy, man. And look, Haaland is a good finisher, but he's not better than Ronaldo. In fact, Ronaldo is probably a better finisher than Haaland is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. And you talk about Bro, the midfield of Thiago, De Bruyne, and Bernardo Silva.
Just that midfield alone, guys. Forget about everyone else yet. That midfield alone.
You know what? Because we're doing this, Jay, I'm going to actually read out the 2021-2022
Guys, don't forget Flacco's not in that midfield.
How could I forget? This is the PFA Team of the Year, bro.
Yeah. It was Casado at Brighton then? Was that his first season at Brighton? Might have been.
Would have been, yeah.
He had a good year. There's some good midfielders around that season, man.
Would have been, man. Would have been, bro. This was Alan Shearer's team of the season, right?
Yeah.
Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold right back, Van Dijk, Diaz, Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne. He actually picked Declan Rice in that midfield.
For West Ham at the time.
Yeah. Salah, Son, and Sadio Mane.
Yeah. No Son, no Harry Kane, by the way. Harry Kane and Son are not even in his front three. And they were legit quality with Tottenham back then. Who else is not there? Luis Diaz, he joined in the January. He's not there. And we're talking about the drop in quality. That's a video to do, Ram. Go through the teams of the year and see the drop in quality through the years. Yeah. When was the peak? When was the lows? When was the highs?
Honestly, Jay, I think the peak for me will always be the mid 2000s, I'd say.
Yeah.
But in terms of squad building, I've always said this, and I'll say this until the cows come home. Manchester City and Liverpool 2018 to 2022 was elite squad building at the highest level.
Yep.
And people tell me there's the lower teams, right, that they're getting better. And I say this: the lower teams were always difficult to play. They were never easy.
Teams have dropped. The top teams have dropped. They've matched them.
Yeah,
that's what's happened.
The ceilings dropped, but the floor stayed the same. Because there was always the smaller teams will always give the top teams a good game, a difficult game, a very, very difficult game.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Newcastle finished fourth that year. I swear they had a good team.
Do you want me to get the league table up? Get the league table up. So that season, Premier League table in 2021-22, Manchester City, Liverpool, with 92 and 92 points. Chelsea then was next with 74 points. Tottenham with 71. Arsenal with 69. Manchester United with 58. West Ham with 56. Leicester with 52. Brighton with 51. Wolves with 51.
Yeah. Yeah, you look at that top four was Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Tottenham, and Arsenal fifth, Man United sixth. But Tottenham had quality players in like Son and Harry Kane in that attack. They had good midfielders as well. Chelsea had a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Man. What was the stat? Let me go see if I can get the stats. That's just
there they are.
Yeah. Go on.
Big up Gary, man. Big up Gary. Hope you're doing well, bro.
Yeah, look at that, man.
The state of the league, bro. The state of the league. But no one wants to listen, man. No one wants to listen.
Never do, man. Never do. It was worse it was bad last season when Liverpool won it. This is not me just saying it's because Arsenal go win it. It's bad. It wasn't great last season either. I can say that. I'm not. But the quality's not there at the moment. The league's.
Like I say this as well.
If anyone thinks the quality is there compared to previous years, you're just delusional. And this is not just me talking about Arsenal fans. Anybody, you look at the players at the clubs. I'm sorry, them years of Liverpool. I know Liverpool only won the league once in the Klopp Pep era, right? But Liverpool getting 97 points and 92 points and not winning the league is just ridiculous. But them two
Mhm.
teams put the Premier League on the map.
Yeah.
Like it was that was now like City and Liverpool for me was in the Pep and Klopp era. I believe it was the biggest game in Europe. It overtook El Clasico for me as a
Mm.
spectacle because they had better teams. City and Liverpool had a better team than Barcelona and Real Madrid for me
Yeah, and Barca and
in
Madrid.
them eras. Yeah.
Barca and Madrid, they were always fluctuating between one another because one of them
Mm,
wasn't at the level and the other one was, but it was
yeah.
always vice versa. Like from 2018 to 2020, I'd probably say Barcelona was at the level and Madrid weren't, but then it
Yeah.
completely flipped the other way. So it was
And then
just,
you had, and then you had again, like you had Arsenal finishing fifth that year. They had a good team. They were on the way up. Tottenham had a tremendous team. They finished fourth. Chelsea had a really good team, finishing third. West Ham that year had a good side. They finished seventh.
yeah, Chelsea had a
Obviously
great defense.
Leicester. Everyone forgets. I think that's the year Leicester won. The following year, Leicester won the FA Cup. You know,
The year before they won
year
the,
before, yeah, they won the FA
yeah,
Cup. So they had a good bunch of players. I know it's not gone well from now, but that's the financial reason. But back
yeah,
then, they had good players and a good team. It's just, yeah, the league now is just it's dog shit, man. It's
yeah,
just dog
man.
shit.
It is what it is, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, we haven't taken advantage of it, and now we're just going to have to sit here and just watch other teams win what we should have won. And we
Round the fact that we're on 10 points. Sorry, we've lost 10 Premier League games and we can still finish in Champions League says it all, surely.
actually want to have a look. Actually, Tottenham lost 11 games that campaign, but they won 22.
Yeah, they won. They didn't draw any games. That's the
They
difference.
barely drew. It's either win or they lose. That's it.
Yeah,
And this was before when they had a lot of in. I think wasn't Mourinho in charge of them at the start of the season.
I think so. Yeah, they lost 11 games, but they finished fourth on 71 points still. They still got 71 points, but they won
Mm.
22 matches. If you're winning 22 matches in the season, you're going to get Europe.
Oh, Jay, it wasn't Mourinho. It was Nuno that was manager.
Yeah.
That's that mad. That's mad. And
But
how many points are we on?
what, that season?
No,
What now?
we're no, this season we're only on 14 wins. We can't match that.
No. We've only won 14 games.
By the way,
Spurs won 22.
we can't even match Arsenal.
No. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Spurs finished fourth, but they lost 11 games to finish fourth, but they won 22 matches.
Let's just have a look at 15th place. It's 40 points. 15th place, you would have got 40 points, and that was Southampton. Leeds right now, they're 15th, they're 33 points. They've lost 12 games and drew 12. Southampton drew 13, lost 16, won 9. It's just, again, it's just so similar, man.
See, if I go back to the 22-23 season, I believe. Yeah, no, 23-24 season, Klopp's last year. Villa finished fourth with losing 10 games. They lost 10 games, but they won 20.
Yeah.
They won 20 games. I think that's the maximum games Liverpool can win if they win every game now.
Yeah. I think you kind of knew with the bottom sides who was going to go down and who weren't going to go down. I think you kind of knew. But the top teams, there's always going to be a fight. It's always going to be a fight.
Always. I'm just trying to look. Let's have a look. So, yeah, Liverpool finished third in the 2021 season when we lost to our team, but we still won 20 matches and lost 9 games. Chelsea lost 9 games and finished fourth. Yeah. So, yeah, even Leicester lost 12 games that season and finished fifth, but they won 20 matches.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing, a lot of teams won matches this
Yeah.
season. This season's got to be little bit different. Where at the moment Liverpool are on. They've got 7 games to go this season. They've won 14 matches.
Yeah,
So the most Liverpool can maximise. Most Liverpool can win is 21 games.
exactly.
If we win all our games, but
Which we're not going to do.
But we could still finish 5th, and we're on 49 points.
But I'm meant to believe that the top teams have stayed the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with this, bro. Done with it.
I think
people,
Liverpool go win a maximum of 4 more games.
Yeah, as do I. I think they'll draw a couple and probably lose a couple as well. It's going to be a long end to the season, man. Unless something changes, it'll be a long end to the season, and we're just going to have to see it out. Just going to have to see it out, man. But people, it's been a long one. I appreciate everyone still being. I appreciate Jamie jumping on last minute as well. It's been a tough weekend for Jay with UFC and Liverpool, but appreciate you being here, bro. Is there anything you want to shout out for your channel before we head off?
I'm probably not going to be around now till Tuesday. Yeah, because we've got family stuff on Sunday and Monday, so yeah, I won't be around till Tuesday, guys. I'll be back Tuesday.
Big up, Jay, man.
And then the Vibe show will be back Thursday on Big Up, so that'll still be there. That'll be the last one of the month.
Yeah, it's almost the end of the month.
Yeah, and then it'll be Easter, my man.
The sooner the season done, the sooner I can get on to doing World Cup content, because I'm at that stage where I really couldn't care less about Liverpool. Just get me the World Cup as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, but that's gotta be at weird times, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be jokes though.
And what's the earliest kickoff time?
I think it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So the earliest kickoff time is 5 o'clock. Sorry. Well, in terms of like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the earliest in terms of the morning is 12 a.m.
Oh yeah, I've got it here. Yeah, so 5, 8, 11, and 2 a.m. It says here. They're all the kickoff times. 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 8 o'clock is fine. 11 and 2 a.m. is mad.
Yeah.
Because that's if I take it, the 11 o'clock and 2 a.m. ones will be if they're on the West Coast, won't it?
Yeah. And the thing is, right, Scotland's game's at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus. So the opening day of the World Cup is Mexico versus South Africa, yeah?
Yeah.
That is going to actually be in Mexico, and that's at 8 p.m.
That's all right. That's like prime time. It's prime time for that. But I'm looking at World Cup for the World Cup, the schedule for. So Brazil going to be playing at 11 o'clock on the 13th of June. Who else is there? Saudi Arabia will be playing at 11 o'clock as well. France, Senegal is at 8 o'clock, which ain't too bad. Argentina, Algeria is 2 o'clock in the morning.
Panama, England's at 10 p.m.
Yeah. It's going to be crazy, man.
Haiti versus Scotland is at 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Yeah. Pubs are going to be open for that. So if there's any home nations playing, the pubs will be open. So, yeah.
Scotland, Brazil at 11 o'clock. That'd be a good game.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good World Cup, I believe.
Yeah, 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock ain't too bad, actually.
Yeah, man, it's going to be good, man. But people, I appreciate every single one of you being here. It's a very, very late one. I'm probably going to go to bed as well. Big up, everyone. If you haven't already liked the video, we're currently on 76 likes. So if we can get it to 100 likes on the replay, that would be great. We're still currently on 947 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, literally 53 subscribers away from 1,000, man. Literally 53. Come on, guys. Let's get there. Man. But I appreciate everyone being here. Appreciate you, Jamie, jumping on as well last minute.
Yeah,
Do you have any last words before we take the people away?
Yeah, fuck slot.
That's probably the only way. That's the only thing that's running in my mind at the moment as well. But big up everyone. Appreciate you being here. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow and we'll be in the next one. Big up everyone. Big up.